go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tales of Evrand, and welcome to a brand new overlay, our Rift Warden era, made by Gemma. She is fantastic.
Oh my
she
God, look
she
at that.
really knocked it out of the park. Thank you to Gemma. Thank you to all the hard work you do. It's fantastic. Look at these magic circles all around us. We're all freaking magic-y. So let's go ahead and roll the intro and dive in.
Welcome you to the world of Evrand.
The Seekers of Insanity.
I told you to leave me alone. I could do this.
I wanted us to live and I wanted him dead.
I am so happy to see you.
Every party needs a pooper.
Raise the blade!
John, are you having fun? And the combat screen, like I said, violent. But like how Ramatra says. Okay, we'll go to RP now. Yeah.
I like it.
So, John, take it away.
Welcome back to the Tales of Evrand, everybody. Book 7, Chapter 9, or actually, I don't even know what session it is anymore. Session 73. We're going to dive straight into the game. No dilly-dallying. I, as the DM, do not do the summary. The players do. And this week, it is Kayla as Yrsa. So, Kayla,
Ooh,
take it away.
okay. Oh, sorry. Let me pull it up. Can justice be found in vengeance? Is there rectification in an act of revenge? Is there really good found in everyone? Or are some people simply born evil? Or is it something they learned along the way? For a very long time, I pondered these questions and I asked myself, what was I going to do when the moment came for me to answer them? But once more, I found myself not knowing until the moment was upon me. And you never truly are prepared for those moments, are you? The heavens once again splintered and cracked. Another rift somewhere had opened. The joyous homecoming for Gag had been cut short, as we had no choice but to find the source of the breaking. Hellish and corrupt creatures scattered out across the trees, creatures that had no right to be on this plane. The source of these creatures, however, was the more unexpected revelation. Portal had been opened, and on the other side, a rift. And next to that rift stood a demon. A demon who bore no horns or breathed fire, but was one whose hatred and vile actions could rival any great king of the Hells. A demon dressed as a man. Vandrin. My heart sank into the pit of my stomach. And for a moment, I found myself back in the darkness. Back in that hole in the earth, cut off from the sunlight, cut off from the rest of the world. My wrist burned with the memory of the shackles that dug into my flesh, and I went back to the sadness, the pain, the suffering as I was wilting away. I was not allowed to die, but I wished nothing more for it all to come to an end. But in the next moment, Vandrin was vortex warped in front of me. And now I was face to face with that very demon. I blinked, I breathed, and I realized that he was no demon. He was barely a man. And I could smell his fear. Yes, his fear. He was afraid. And he was afraid of me. And in a matter of seconds, I felt my heart return to my chest and my confidence spark. I am Yrsa Moonglade. I am a Rift Warden. I am a protector of Lunaria. I am the water that nourishes the ground. I am the sun that warms the skin, but I am also the wind that rattles the trees and the stone that shatters the grounds, and no one will ever make me feel small again. Oberyn had tried and he had failed. Though he had earned his redemption, Vandarin would find no respite. So I broke him. I took the life from him, I sapped it away, and I watched him bend. Blight is an infection that rots away nature. Vandarin is an infection, and I intended to cut it out, but not before my questions were answered. Under a zone of truth, and after using potion that Gak had, I played into the facade to reach my answers. A disgusting performance that revealed many truths. Location of rifts, those connected to the rifts, knowledge of the Deep Father, cultist, and more, and at the height of his act, his biggest truth was revealed. He did not regret anything he had done. He seeked no forgiveness, and thus he received none. I cut the rot out. I purged our garden of the disease, and with the spoiled earth gone, life can finally return. I can finally breathe. I've watched those around me face their deepest fears. I have confronted morals and questioned my view of the world, but no longer will I doubt myself, and no longer will I fear the scars of the past. The answer is yes and no. To all of my questions, the answer is both. The answer is sometimes there is never a clear answer. Justice will not always win. Forgiveness is not always for the world to hand out, but for one to find within themselves. But most importantly, sometimes we have to be both the butterfly and the moth. The end! And then he turned into a big scary monster, and then we gotta beat him up. Bam, bam, bam.
Let's go!
Kayla!
Oh my
Beautiful.
God.
Yes! Woo, facade, baby, facade!
Yeah!
Got
God.
it. Whole ass
You
author in
facaded
this
that
bitch.
facade up, dude.
Thank you.
Oh,
I and a D. Let's do it.
As we dive back into the game, Vandarin cut down. You heard the voice of Demogorgon, or voices, but one particular.
You have failed us for the last time, Vandarin. Your soul is rot. You are mine now.
And with that, you watch Vandarin's skin boil. His skin start to fall off in chunks. The arms elongate into tentacles. The head split in two as riling up. You see this horrible monstrosity that is now Vandarin. And as that happens, I would like all of you to roll initiative.
Yeah.
oh mine just started working. Let's.
Oh no.
All right,
Well,
guys.
gotta get out of the way now.
Guys, I got this.
That's great, because
Okay.
I got nothing.
I have.
Don't worry,
Use-
I got this.
I've used nothing.
Same.
Hell yeah.
So.
Hell yeah.
I was useless last session, but now we hitting things. I got you.
Shit, we hitting things.
As long as man, my shit is being real slow right now, and I don't know
I
why.
used both of my 5th level spells, but no
checked
6th
Ursa's.
level spell or anything.
I checked Ursa's sheet today. Ooh, baby.
I know,
You added
I-
some spells.
I know.
dude.
I don't have anything above 2nd level. It's fine. You guys got it. You don't need me.
Okay.
I think I'm just missing.
You got wild shape.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
me. I'm
I
trying.
got both wild shape. Joe, do you have hardware acceleration on?
Yeah, I do, because that's the only reason
I
why
didn't know.
Foundry is working.
Oh, okay. I
Um,
didn't know if you had left it.
There we
from
go.
Rasp.
Let's go, dirty 20.
20?
Yep.
I
Oh, I thought I
added
hit
you
the
to
initiative.
combat. Sorry, that's probably my fault.
Oh, okay.
30-20, you said?
Yep. Oh, let's go, Enid. Let's get him. Let's
top
get
of
his
the
ass.
round.
Get it.
Enid,
Let's get
this
his ass.
creature is still trying to get off of the ground. The tentacles riling. Enid, you have a chance to act before this creature does. What would you like to do?
Yeah. I'm gonna mess this motherfucker up. Okay, but I need sneak attack. So I need to figure out how to sneak attack. I could just, because no one's in 5 feet of it, apparently.
Correct.
Okay.
Well,
And
there.
I was gonna say, I was surprised that Yrsa wasn't
Yeah.
in 5 feet.
Yeah, Yerso would be up right next to it.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry
okay.
about that.
No. I want you there. Thank
Gideon, you are no longer. You were. Someone removed curse on you, right? Why are you poisoned?
Gak's mom took that away.
Okay. And then I think 8 is gone for Yersa. I'm just gonna
Hold
remove
on.
everyone's side effects. Go ahead, Enid. Sorry.
I'm gonna do something really unique. I'm going
Okay.
to sneak attack.
Okay. Yep.
Whoa,
I
controversial
know.
play.
I know. We'll start with the Lazarus daggers because I don't want to think about if it has energy stuff. So at least for the first attack, 23 hit it.
Yep. That hits.
Okay. There. Where the heck?
Oh.
Oh, there they are.
Oh,
What was
shit.
it? Was it dead? Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, 30. And then my next attack.
That is going to be a miss.
Okay, that's fine. That's a good first hit. I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, I still have my boots of haste on, because I remember asking about this.
How long does Boots of Haste last, though? Is it an hour?
Yeah, and we
Okay,
had,
you're
I'd
good,
done it
you're
in
good.
combat, and then we went over here. So I do still have that. So more attacks, yay! Second
Hell yeah.
attack. And you know we'll use our psychic blades this time. So,
That's a miss again.
I don't know if even using my thingy, my honing. Is it honing or homing? I don't know why I can never say it.
Hone-
that
Well, you know,
word.
15
Honing.
didn't hit.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's a D10, but you know what? Not worth it. We'll see how the next one does.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, cool.
The last 2 daggers you do throw, they just kind of ricochet off the hide of this creature.
Yeah.
Um,
10
just
points of psychic
10.
damage.
Yeah, and then bonus action. I don't know if I want to just attack for my bonus action. I'm so sorry.
You're
I
good,
probably
you're good.
will just attack. Honestly, that's mostly what I do. Yeah, we will attack again, but I'm also gonna move just so we're not clumpy over here.
And on the map, there are the trees, little stumps, or things you can hide behind. Just FYI.
Oh, maybe I should just bonus action hide then. That's what
It's
we'll do.
always a good action to use.
Hide. Bonus
Make a stealth
action
check.
Hide. Okay. Stealth. Remember how you could play D&D so many times and still not remember where shit is?
Girl,
Yeah,
I do.
you almost
Damn.
turn invisible, Enid.
Invisible. All
Looking
right,
like Peter
that's my turn.
Malark out there.
Is that your
Yeah,
turn?
I'm 8.
Real quick, John.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah.
Aid lasts for 8 hours.
Okay, so
And
you're
you had said they kill it. Yeah, but I don't remember who that was because it says you can choose 3 creatures within range. So it was Yrsa.
I think
and
it
then-
was. I think it was your family because they.
That was
I didn't
good.
remove the aid from Gideon. I didn't remove anything from anybody who didn't already have a status effect.
Okay, because it wasn't the whole family because it was we were split up, but it was Yrsa and then
It
one
might
of
have
them
been
was
Gideon actually. Gideon might have had it because you had 2 status effects, Gideon.
yeah,
I'll
that
just
might
give
have
it to
been
you.
me.
Maybe
I
Pawn.
don't recall.
I think Pon might have had. Yeah, I think Pon might have had the 3rd.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, is that your turn, Enid?
Yes.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action as you watch it rile up and both of its mouths scream outwards. Rian, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a fail. So, as it uses discordant screams, You seem confused. The scream in your head
No.
hurts. Doesn't deal damage, but you strike out. I would like you to roll a d2. 1 for Gideon and 2 for Basil.
A D2.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Can I roll a D4 and just say even odd?
That's fine.
Okay. Even, Gideon, odd, Basil.
Damn it.
Oh.
Odd Basil. All right, make 1 strike against Basil.
All right.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Maybe I'll roll another natural 1.
Close.
I'm gonna
If the
silver.
if the
I'm
2
gonna-
wasn't there, it would have been a 1.
I'm gonna
Silvery
silvery barbs that.
Okay.
Okay.
Gideon, you watch as Rian is holding his head. He strikes out in a direction. You notice this, and you silvery barbs. However, Rian's good with his sword, and he hits
Yeah.
Basil.
Takes out her other eye.
I'm gonna take the advantage for myself.
I use Guardian's Aura on the Orb of the Protector and cast the shield spell. If that does that work? How much did it hit?
What's your AC, Basil?
AC is 16.
So yeah, right?
Okay, that would work.
With
Yeah,
the
it would
silvery
make it a 21,
barbs.
right?
Shield.
Because it's a
Boom.
+5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In a quick succession of events, Rian seems confused and strikes out. Gideon notices this and casts silvery barbs. As you see this second strike go for Basil, which doesn't seem like it will land as heavy. Gak, you see that and throw the orb over to Basil as it circles around her and casts the shield spell, reflecting the blade. You don't hit Basil, Rian. And now, as
Rian,
the
careful!
voice leaves your head, you see the creature that it emanated from in front of you. It is your turn.
I'm so sorry. I promise you I will make it up to you by killing this thing. And Rian
Thank
is
you.
going to move 10 feet.
Insight check. No.
Boom. He is going to bonus action. Well, first off, he's going to. Sorry, I have this whole. The scream confused me, literally, in real life. I'm gonna right off the bat. I'm gonna action surge. I'm gonna run 10 feet. I'm going to cast Warding Bond on Yursa. So Yursa, you have resistance to all damage except any of the damage you take. I take that same damage,
Whoa.
except because I have resistance to damage from spells, I take half damage from the half damage you're already taking. All right, cool. Then I'm gonna use my question. Got it. All right. So I'm going to then use my bonus action to activate the Arcane Translocation. As Rian moves 10 feet, he's going to take a d6 of force damage. 3 points. All right, guys. No need to panic. I'm at 105 hit points, okay? And he's going to teleport 15 feet behind the creature. Nothing personnel, kid. Flanking.
Yep.
And because he teleported, he gets advantage on the attack.
Let's fucking go.
Okay, so 1, 2.
Okay, that hits.
All right, D6 doesn't matter. All right, cool.
Hits a little less.
So that's the first strike with advantage. We're going to go ahead and do that plus a first level smite for a little bit of salt and pepper, you know. Would this creature be considered a fiend or undead?
It is a fiend.
All right, cool. So this will deal an extra 3d8 damage. 1, 2, 3. So that is going to be a whopping, god damn, 42 points of damage.
Jesus.
You, as you run over, cast the spell on Yursa, and then step once more and teleport behind it. You slash upward, and you watch the tentacle get cut clean off, the arm flying in the air, flopping to the ground as it lets out a horrible gurgling sound. You do see the arm start to regenerate slowly, but it's already looking bad.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
Second attack.
Shit.
Swing. 19.
19.
That hits.
Hits. It does.
Okay. All right. You said it's looking rough, so I'm gonna kind of go all in
It's
on.
looking bad.
Well, we'll see how much
not-
damage I can do.
Okay. It's badly injured.
Okay, got it. So I will then expend my last second level spell slot for an extra 4d8 damage, and then I will also activate my Fires of the Okunai rune to deal an extra 2d6 fire damage. And it has to make a strength saving throw, DC 16. I'm sure it's a big boy. I
Yeah,
need a
it's
big
18.
boy.
Big
Okay.
boy.
All right.
Alright, roll damage.
Okay, so damage. This is just from Blade. Okay, 15. Then it'll be 4d8 plus 2d6. 2d6, not 3d6. No other bonuses. 22. So that'll
Oh my
be 37 points of damage on that one.
As you take the first swing and move the blade over and plunge it into the back of this creature, you watch it extend from the stomach and release. You see a horrible black ichor start to pour out from the wound as it starts to tip over, catches itself. It is near death, but it is not dead.
Last bit of movement. I'm going to move. So I only use 10 feet to move, so then I'm going to move 5 to be there. So I'm 5 feet within Ursa. So if the creature attacks Ursa, Sentinel will trigger, and I will get a Sentinel attack from it. So with that, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, at the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action as it sees you running over to attack you with one of its tentacles.
No, attack Ursa. It's okay.
22 to hit.
Oh, Bing shield.
Okay. Ricochets off.
And then I need a I always
Strength
forget.
save, right?
No, and a contested athletics check. +1. Let's go. Let's go. +1. That's a 7. Yeah.
25.
All right.
Close.
It stands still. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. At its turn, you watch it start to rise upwards as the wound starts to close up ever so slightly, and as it yells out, you see it look in your direction, Rian. It's going to make 2 tentacle attacks towards you.
Man. I should have just
Natural
used your
20 on the first.
human shield. That's fine. That's okay.
Damn.
It happens.
Roll
You
the
know.
other one. And balance in all things. Natural 1 on the second.
All right. Okay.
So you are going to take. Okay. On the first hit tentacle strike, you will take 33 points of damage. 23 of that is bludgeoning, and the other half is necrotic.
Okay, cool.
It is then going to let out another shriek in the area. Gideon, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. 19.
As success. You
Yes.
feel the confusion start to take over, but it is something you have trained your mind against, and you do not get taken over, and you do not strike Basil.
Nice.
Gideon, you are up.
All right. Gideon is going to, let me measure something real quick.
Disintegrates 120 feet, I think.
Yeah, it is, but that's not what we're doing.
Oh, okay. Just
Yeah, I
making sure.
know. Shocking. But, Gideon's going to cast a level 5 Witch Bolt. And because it's silvery barbs, he's going to roll at advantage. Why do you never let me select advantage, game? Whatever. 29. Hope it hits.
Just barely, you know?
All right, cool.
Good.
It's not great. I saw 12, and then the rest were kind of ass, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so, what the...
Is this a saving? This is an attack hit, right?
Yeah, it's just a hit. Why did it roll twice?
This is lightning.
I thought you said with advantage.
Well, it rolled the damage twice. Oh, wait, no, it didn't. Sorry, I'm blind.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, so 28 points of damage.
As you fire the bolt, as it does strike the creature, you watch the lightning coalesce around its body, but then disappear as you notice that the lightning does not do as much damage as you hoped it would.
Oh. Well, the lightning bolt's still connected to it, though.
Correct.
Copy that. All right, that's it for Gideon for now.
All right. At the end of your turn, Gideon, it is going to strike out at Yursa.
Let's
Okay.
go!
Does a 16 hit?
Yes. No. No. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
My AC is 16. Sorry.
You know what?
Uh,
Silvery barbs, and that advantage is now going to Rian. Enjoy the advantage,
needs
even
to-
if
it
it's
needs to roll
it's yours.
again?
Yep.
Even better.
All right.
Does
Well,
does Sentinel trigger before they attack, or like
I
is
think
it when
it's
they
like
go to attack?
simultaneously.
Oh, okay. So if theoretically, if I was
simultaneously.
to kill the creature, would it deal the damage to Ursa?
No.
All right, well, let's see.
Go ahead and roll.
you have advantage on
think you're
this
gonna
swing,
kill it.
Rian. You have advantage on this swing.
All right. Oh no!
Ruffy McGuffy.
The 17 just hit.
Oh yeah! Let's go!
Oh, hell yeah.
Woo! All right. First level spell slot for an extra 3d8 damage. I'm tapped for spells. I've used them all in such a short period of time. Damage. Plus 3d8. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was poopy damage. That was a real poopy damage. Oh my god. 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh! I
It's
tried.
force damage, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
The least amount of
yeah,
damage
so you're
I've ever
gonna
seen
take-
Rian do.
You're going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And you're going to take 7 points of necrotic doubled to 14 because of the debuff you have from the ritual in Nubai.
Is that taking into account the warding bond? Because she takes half
What is
damage.
the wording on?
She has resistance to
Okay.
all damage, and then I take.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. God damn. That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Okay, so
you and Basil both have vulnerability to radiant and necrotic for a
Oh.
month.
girl, get away from this thing.
Um,
Okay.
So if it's
Woo.
half all damage, 11, half we'll say 6. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage and then 7 points of necrotic.
For me or just Rian?
For
I don't know how the spell
you.
works. I'm confused. Okay, so
For you.
11 points total then?
11 points total, which
Correct.
means then I
Yep.
take 6.
Cool beans. Cool beans. Thank
Okay.
you.
Boom.
Thank you. I'm big dumb. Minus 11. Okay, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. And that is its legendary action. Gak, you are up.
Okie dokie. Oh, that was beautiful, John.
I think you have been practicing.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Okay, it's near death, right?
That's what it says, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kill it before Basil or Yursa gets to it.
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray
Mm,
at 4th level.
nice.
So I think that's 5 rays.
Yeah,
Do
man.
it. Do
Boom.
it. You won't.
Okay.
Hit.
3, 4,
Hit.
5.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
Nice. They all hit. Cool.
Wow.
ND6.
Yep. So.
How much?
Yeah. Would it be 10d6 total?
It's 2d6 per bolt, right? I think.
I think so. Yeah, I could just roll
Dumb.
10d6, right? That's better than hit and roll
That's
for all
just
of them.
stupid.
Yeah. So Gak's orb floats in front of him after returning from Basil, and he, like one of those orbs that you put your fingers on and the plasma things come up to him that they have at like museums and stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tesla coil.
Tesla ball.
No,
Tesla
like the
ball,
little
yeah.
balls that like they static electricity, whatever.
Yeah,
He
the
pulls
plasma
those
ball.
out, yeah, and he pulls 5 scorching rays out of there and shoots them at this guy.
Okay. Jesus fucking Christ.
31 points of damage. Is it just? How you doing, Mr. Swiss cheese?
You notice that all of the rays, as they hit, they don't pierce or do as much damage as you thought, as it
Mhm.
does take half damage.
But
As it falls down, and slowly arches back upward. It is so close to death.
uh, uh, yeah, bonus action. I'll go. That's it.
All right, cool. How much damage does that do?
It's
With the-
31 and then halved, I'm assuming.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to make a legendary action as it screams out once again. Basil, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You're gonna attack
Basil.
yourself if you fail.
It's always attacking Basil.
Always, for some reason.
That's a success. You feel the urge to grab the flail and smack at Gak, but you resist. It is now your turn, and this thing looks bad.
Well, see, now that's hard because I was gonna heal Yursa, but then it would be so cool to do like a cool thing.
Don't kill
Kill
me.
it. Kill it.
Yeah. Don't
Huh?
kill me.
Kill it.
Kill the thing.
What?
I don't need
Okay.
health.
But you,
You can heal after the fight.
I'll turn into a bear. Don't worry about me.
Heal the creature so we can fight it longer.
we can keep
That
beating
one.
it.
That one. I like that idea.
So we
Banish
can-
it to prolong this fight.
Yeah, we'll heal it so we can keep killing it. Just so it's in pain.
That's so evil.
That's evil.
Okay.
Your
I'm
alignment changes.
right. I'm going to walk up to it,
Oh, okay.
and then I'm gonna cast harm.
Okay. So is that it needs to succeed at something or you attack?
Need to make a con save.
Is it a save or suck spell?
No.
No, it's
No.
you unleash a virulent disease on a creature.
Yeah. Go ahead and just roll damage.
I give you chlamydia.
No, Nick. I
Roll the
can't.
5 on con. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
I just want to see how much damage you're going to do. It has 1 hit point. Just
Oh.
let you know. So 52.
Jesus Christ. Rachel, you knew it was near death, right?
Yeah, but it's cool.
It's cool.
So, Basil. Basil.
Nick,
You
stop.
slowly walk up to this creature and place your hand and cast the spell Harm. What does this look like, and how do you want to do this, Basil?
So, how I envisioned this spell is, to me, kind of what makes it kind of creepy is that it doesn't look like it's really doing anything. So she's gonna walk up to the creature, place her palm on, I guess it's one of its arms, and I'm trying to think of. Do you know how in Harry Potter, after like you've taken the polyjuice potion and you're reverting back to what you looked like before,
Mm-hmm.
he's not going back to what he looked like before, but there's like that bubbling of the skin. So it doesn't look like she's casting anything on it. She's just touching him, and then all of a sudden his skin just kind of starts to bubble, and I don't know what
Okay.
kind of disease that could be.
Okay. So as you walk up to this creature, it's almost like everything around you turns dark as your eyes start to gloss over black. As you just place your hand with a slight delay, there is this force as the skin starts to bubble and crack and decay rapidly. You hear the creature let a horrible gargling scream as eventually you do hear as Vandarin's voice comes through one last time as the creature just almost decays into itself, the skin lobbing off, then the bones, and then eventually turning to dust and shadow as the creature dies in front of you. And all you're left with is the jungle around.
Well,
Yeah, I think immediately Rian would go over to Yursa, and after Vandrin sort of falls, how is Yursa looking?
I would say like if her stare basically bores a hole in the ground, you know, just kind of staring the direction of his, like where his body fell. Um, it's weird because normally it looks like she's like not even breathing. She's just kind of like stoic right now, very stone faced.
Yeah, I think Rian would go up and just lightly place a hand on her back and say, "It's over now. He can never hurt you again."
I don't think she would say anything. I think she would just stand there for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Basil will turn away from the dead Vandrin and she'll walk up to Yrsa. She's not going to say anything or, but while she passes her, she'll gently reach out her hand and give Yrsa's hand a squeeze and then just let go and keep moving.
After a little bit, there will be again, she's still kind of just staring into that spot, but you'll see like a glow around Yrsa. It's gonna cast Cure Wounds on herself because she can at second level twice because she can. Yeah. So, like I said, she's just kind of staring there, and there's just like a soft yellow glow that just kind of washes around her. She's intentionally staying quiet, so she won't say anything to anybody unless somebody says something to her.
I think Gak will walk up to Yursa and he'll kind of put out a hand and he'll say, "Let's get you back to the house."
Yes, let's go back. And she'll take his hand, but she doesn't look away until she kind of has no choice but to.
Yeah.
Basil's gonna um um I don't know if Gak and Yrsa already walked away, but kind of to the group, she's gonna be like, I need to send a message to my sister. I'll meet you all back at the house. And she's just gonna kind of stroll off to a little bit. I don't know where they're at exactly, but like a different part of the forest.
You guys are walking in the jungle back to Gak's family's hut.
Okay. She'll
If you
probably
wanted to,
veer off
if you
a
wanted
little
to,
bit.
like, yeah, if you wanted to just kind of be back away from the party while you're still walking, you could do that too.
Yeah. She kind of wants to be alone a little bit. Because ever since Vandrin mentioned like their person in Eldon, her mind is just zeroing in on Vasati right now. So she's like, okay, what do I got to do? I need to tell her something. I blah, blah, blah. So that's what she's doing.
Okay. All right. What do you send to Vasani?
Okay. Hold on, let me bring up a word counter. Word counter. Would Vasati know the name Vandrin? Do you think?
Um,
I don't know if it's like an evil society kind of thing, like they all.
potentially. Because your father was in business with him. So potentially.
Okay. This might have to be a 2 separate spell thing.
Okay.
Wait, how many words is it? 25?
25. Yeah.
Okay. He has. Okay. So she's gonna cast the first sending.
Okay.
Vasadi, it's me. A man named Evander spoke of your name for being a contact in Eildon. He has noticed father's silence. And that's 22 words.
You get a response back that says, Venderin, I've heard that name before. I've never spoken to that person, though. I think father was in contact with him. He's from Valamine, right?
Okay. Is he from Valamine? Yeah, no. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You're sending another one, right?
Yes. Okay. I want to make it long enough, but still say I love you. Um, okay. And I feel like the end of this, Vasadi's going to know what Basil means because they've talked about Basil trying to figure out how to help Vasadi get out of all of this.
Okay.
So it's like text lingo. It's not full sentences. Totally.
Okay.
Yes, Valumine. He is dead. We are going to the first rift to close it. Please be on guard. I am still searching. Love you.
You get a response that says, okay. Please be safe. Something is moving. Something's happening. Contact me tomorrow, please, so I know you're alive. Love you. Okay.
I'm assuming she means that as like a general, like, oh shit, something's happening then.
Yeah, I mean, you all did just feel another earthquake. So
oh, you're right. We did, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes.
So you catch up at the party, and if there are no conversations on the way back, you can see as you get to the hut, you see Gak's mother, father, sister. I need to remember Brick. It's the mom, right?
Yes, and Brack
Yeah, Brack's the
Yes.
sister. Okay,
and
cool, cool.
Gax
I get those two mixed up. You see that Brick is actually attending to Pond's wounds, as Pond is just laying down as she is casting healing magic. You can see Gax Senior is tending to his own wounds, patching himself up near the lake. As Brack is, you can smell food being cooked. You can assume that she is inside preparing food. As Gak, you see your father go, "Ah, welcome. How did everything go?"
It's okay. It's okay.
Good. And you hear your mother speak up as she's still healing Pond and says, "So what exactly was all that?"
Gak will kind of look towards Rian and just give him a look like, you say something better than me.
Rian will think for a moment and just say, in short, a very dangerous man to the safety of all people, not just to Valamine or Thera or Ciri or any of the other nations. A very dangerous man, period, has just been killed. His main goal was serving some dark and twisted entity by opening rifts to other planes of existence. Everything is okay here for now, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that it stays that way. We gained a lot of information, and we're going to stop this, so that way you don't have demons on your doorstep.
As she finishes the incantation and goes over and starts to pet Pond, Pond gets up, nuzzles her, and walks. And then as she walks off, she nuzzles into you, Gak, walks back into the forest. As Brick kind of washes her hands in the pond and says, "Well, I assume everyone is tired. We should probably all rest and have some food. Best not to dwell on the past, only the future. Come, everyone." And she kind of ushers everyone into the house. As you are
Hey,
ushered
John?
in, yeah.
Was there something more she meant by that last line? Best not to dwell in the past. Like, did that come from experience?
I mean, no inside check needed. It's not like you can tell that this is all new to her, Rift stuff and everything, but she's a wise old woman. She probably lives her life that like something happens in the past, just move forward, just keep moving on, roll with the punches kind of thing is what you basically get from that.
All right.
But she ushers all of you inside. You can see that Brack has stew ready. She just says, "Oh, everyone get a bowl. You don't have a lot of bowls, actually. Gak, you can't do a thing to create bowls, can you? You can create spoons."
Oh, I could try.
Okay. As she starts to try to find bowls and puts soup in there and gives everyone. They're missing about 2 bowls. So, Rian, you don't have a soup right now, and neither does Gak Senior.
What
But
about cups of soup? They got cups.
I didn't think of that. And she gets
Yeah, there
one
you
of the cups, and now Rian and Gak Senior have a cup of soup. As Gak, I assume, are you making the spoons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gak's like, just make them big.
Yeah. Gak, as you craft the spoons and hand everyone else, Gak Senior goes, "Well, I guess it's all clear now, right? No more demons on our doorstep."
For now, all clear.
I won't lie, I haven't had combat in quite a while. It was exhilarating. I tried to use some of your teachings, Rian. I don't know how well I did, but I didn't die, so that's
Well,
good.
Then you did very good.
In seriousness, though, what is next? And do you need anything from us?
I need you guys to be safe.
Your mother says, well, we also need you to be safe, Gak.
Yeah.
It works both ways.
Yeah.
It seems, however, that if you do not go out and do this, then no one in the world will be safe. And she kind of walks over to you, Gak, and puts her hands on your hands and kind of whispers and says, what have you gotten yourself into?
Gak will just kind of smile and look at her. And she knows this look, but he just doesn't really have anything to say, but he smiles. And it's not a... she knows it's a hopeful smile.
Mm-hmm.
But he just doesn't really have any response.
She places her hand on your cheek and says, I can tell that you have your mind set on this, and there's nothing I can say to talk you out of this. Just please be safe. Please, Gak.
I will be.
Well, everyone enjoy your soup. I'm going to sit over here, as she kind of sits on one of the beds and starts to lay down.
Yeah, I think Rian would finish his soup and, obviously keep an eye out the window just in case. But I think once everybody's done with their soup, he would walk over to Ursa and lean in a bit. He's not trying to conceal it from anybody, but just being a little more quiet, and says, Ursa, I was wondering if you'd be willing to take a short walk with me. We don't need to talk at all. This is a beautiful place, and haven't really had a time to drink in the nature yet.
She nods and she'll go with you.
And as we walk out, Rian specifically is looking for somewhere that would be very, very easy, but also very pretty to paint.
Honestly, right outside the cabin, the picture you kind of see on your screen now, right in front of the pond.
I think Rian would be looking for something just a little bit further away from everybody, so that way there's not noise. It's just nature.
Okay. A little bit in the distance, if you walk a little bit away, you can see a slight clearing that leads across from, it looks like a path that maybe Gak Sr. or Brack have used for hunting. They've walked it so many times that it's created a clearing that leads to a small hill that, if you were on top of this hill, can almost have like an aerial view of the cottage and the little pond and the dock and everything.
Okay. So I think that Rian wouldn't say anything just yet until they get to the top of the hill, and he would kind of look back and say, well, would you look at that? I don't know about you, but Well, luckily I was prepared for a situation like this. And Rian will sit down off to the side of the path and he'll pull out his painting materials and he'll kind of look down into the pouch and say, "Oh, well, I happen to have an extra set if you'd like to join me."
Yrsa looks over, and it's a very soft smile, but she'll just take the stuff.
All right. We can compare work afterwards. And Rian will start working, but he will not say a word.
Okay.
He just wanted to get Yrsa away from noise and let her drink in the nature.
Okay. So, as you are both painting and kind of being secluded away, we'll cut over back to the party. Enid, as you're finishing up your soup, you can see Basil is kind of off in the corner, kind of finishing up her soup. I think you wanted a conversation with her.
Yeah, so what's Basil doing? What is her demeanor? Is she sticking around in the cabin? Is she needing to get out for some air? Like, what's going on with Basil?
You can see her mind is still pretty focused on, and you wouldn't know, but you could see it's focused on something. It's her sister, and she's been picking at her food most of the time that they've been in here. And eventually she gets to a point where, she's probably not going to eat really any more food, and she'll softly set it on the nearest table, and trying to not gain any attention, she'll probably quietly slip out the door of the cabin, and not towards where Rian and Yrsa are, but she just kind of wants to be out in nature. So she'll probably go a little bit farther away so she can sit. John, what time is it? Is it still light enough outside?
Oh yeah, it is. It's not. It's probably around like 12 o'clock right now.
Oh, okay.
Midday.
Gotcha. So she'll probably go towards the woods a little bit more. Get out of the open eye. Yeah.
Mhm. I think after a moment, like, as Enid was trying not to, like, stare at Basil, but keeping an eye on her, I think she would, after she leaves, take a moment contemplating whether she should follow or not, but then does. So she'll just tell everyone in the cabin that she'll be right back. And hers isn't a sneaky exit. She's leaving. Like, she's like, I'm gonna go after her. And yeah, she'll take her time looking for Basil then. As she walks through the woods, she's not trying to conceal or be sneaky. She's walking and just gonna see if she can run into Basil.
Yeah, Basil's not trying to hide or anything. She's like just walking around. She'll, against Yrsa's better judgment, she's probably pulling off some like leaves from the trees and just
Collecting.
playing with, yeah, probably collecting some sticks or whatnot.
Okay, well, you hear Enid approach. Like I said, she's not being quiet. So maybe she like steps on a twig or something. And she'll say, "Are you busy? I don't know how to forage quite as well as you do, probably, but I could help."
Oh, sure. I'm just gathering some basics. Insert whatever herbs are good for some, healer stuff. So, if you want to help, I always enjoy sticks too. That
Sticks?
there are reasons you don't always have, something to grind
No.
things with, and sticks can be a good
Yeah, I'll help you find some
alternative.
good sturdy sticks. For sure.
Thank you. Did you need something, Enid? I can
Yeah,
I have a lot of
there seems like as she's picking up sticks for her friend, she will get closer to Basil and say, seems like Yrsa wasn't the only one affected by the news and everything that just happened. I mean, obviously we all were to some degree, but there's something eating at you.
Oh, not nearly like Yrsa. Very horrible for her. No, he just mentioned about his contact or contacts in Ilden, and that he's noticed that one of the contacts has not said much lately, and they're expecting to hear more from the other one. So I warned Vasadi, but I cannot tell her exactly what I'm warning her about because I'm not sure what could be done if there's anybody potentially trying to hurt her or it's all just very confusing. I don't know where to start, and I feel like it feels kind of like a crossroads that maybe my place is to go back and be with her and protect her and provide my services and help you all as much as I can, but that could be from Ilden or Shradina.
I see.
Maybe I need to leave and do that. Maybe that's what has to happen.
I'm sure you would want to be near your family, your sister, as everything starts to ramp up and get more difficult. That would make sense.
I don't mean to bring up family after all that you've gone through like that and everything that happened a few days ago.
Oh, Basil, that's not what I was thinking about. I'm trying to listen and see your perspective. Sometimes when it's hard to think, I like to get closer to the sky and just gaze up there, and it's kind of hard with all the trees. Do you want to kind of walk through this with me? But maybe, and she like points up a tree up there.
Oh, like we'll climb up there.
I can help you. I'm a pretty good climber. We can get pretty high.
You can see, like Yrsa, Basil's a girl of the nature, the wilderness.
Yeah.
The nature where her feet stays on the ground. Grass girl. So you can see, she hesitantly looks up. I don't know how tall the tree is, but however high it gets. And she looks back down at Enid. I don't know if I'll be good at this. I was never one to climb trees as a kid.
Enid will like find her footing on it and like do a quick like not Spider-Man exactly, but he's dexterous, so she can like get up on like the first level of branches and then like lean down and like offer her hand out to Basil. I can help you. And it's always fun to try new things, right? Maybe together.
You, yes. I just, can we go slow?
Yeah. You set the
Okay.
pace.
Okay. And I know I talked to John about this a while ago. Basil would have left her girlish ways behind and worn girlish pants instead of a dress because
Oh,
that makes
really?
combat easier and I guess climbing trees. So she'll put, she wasn't carrying anything, so she'll just put her handful of leaves and sticks and whatever at the base of the tree, and she'll take Enid's hand and start to climb.
Yeah, and then once they get however high, at whatever speed Basil's all right with, and wherever they get settled, I think as they like look up at the sky, Enid will say, "Okay, walk me through this. I don't know Vasadi very well. I don't know your guys' relationship, but you feel it would be better if you were with her. That would be safer for her, right?"
Yeah. Vasadi and I were never close. Not like you and your brother. I think we were always grown up to be rivals. We were raised to always compete, try to see who's the best, try to win my parents' affection. And now that my father is dead and my mother is literally nothing, it's like we're both getting to know each other for the first time. And it's like I finally have a sister, even though I've always had one, if that makes sense. We've never really known each other. And she was, before you joined us, she was the one who arrested me in Eildon.
Oh, geez.
And threw me in prison. I was only there for a short while, but she and I had a chance to speak, and we both realized that we kind of always knew that we didn't have to be each other's enemies, that our father was the enemy, and we were both just collateral damage for each other. And now it's like, wow, I think of all this time I could have had with you, having a good relationship, and now you're being threatened by all of these things because you were dragged into something you didn't want to be a part of. And I'm over here gallivanting around, literal in and out of the mortal plane, trying to close rifts. How am I supposed to be at two places at once? And I know she's tough and I know she's brave, but I can't help but shake off this feeling that if I'm not there with her, then something very bad is going to happen. And I trust other healers and I trust other followers of the Raven Queen, but many believe that you shouldn't play with life and choose who lives or who doesn't. That if you die, that was your time. And that's how and when it was supposed to happen. And I, during this gallivanting, have just been snapping my fingers and telling people, nope, you get to live, you get to live, you get to die. And I may be fine doing that, but someone else may not be.
You don't think she has the same support that you could give her during her
No.
time of...
No, she works for the military. She is the child of a very hated man. I just don't know if anybody would be willing to lift a merciful hand to help her or bring her back to life. And my mother can only do so much.
I understand. I do. I mean, I can tell you probably what you've also thought, that if you stay with us, you'd be helping us fight against the thing that owns her soul. It'd be more offensive than defensive, but
Right.
you're smart. You already know these things. Yrsa and I talked a little bit, and I feel like you should be allowed to do whatever you want to do or feel like you need to do. But I feel like you should know everything. Everything that may be in my heart as well. Gods, I've been trying to write you constantly, so many times, and I've almost given them to you multiple times as well, but I'm just gonna have to say it because if this is potentially goodbye, you need to know. And she scoots closer to Basil on the branch that they're on. I wish to know every part of you, every scar, every bruise. I want to trace the map of you. My fingers a compass, your freckles the constellations which I would chart in my heart, so that when I close my eyes, I'll have you in my stars forever. But I promise you, Basil, it is not your looks that made me fall for you. It's the way that you are. I could have fallen for you with my eyes closed. And that's the truth. I have fallen for you. You who only knows fear when her friends are in danger, who chooses to fight even when the odds are not in your favor, who looks death in the face and sees opportunity for those lost souls. Even though shadow always lingers near you, it cannot dim the light you bring to those who you love. And wherever you go, to Vasati, your mother, to the edge of existence, I would be willing to follow. To be by your side would be home enough for me. And only recently have I had dreams and ambitions for the future when I try to imagine where home is. For me, the building itself changes, but you are always there. I heard what you were trying to tell me before when we got to Siri, but I wasn't ready to listen. The walls I tried to put up, you saw right through them. But even more, you saw right through me, and it scared me because it made me realize that against you, I am completely defenseless. And I understand that my apology right now does not mean I am owed anything in return. You have already given me more than I could ever deserve. So I want you to know, and she'll take Basil's hand in her hand. I want you to know that you have my heart, but it's not freely given. I can't help it. I feel like it has been resting in your hands, and I'm afraid of the risk of a broken heart, but it's a risk I want to take with you. Break my heart and you would find yourself inside. I will always be searching to find the words to accurately communicate how I feel for you. I'm so glad I found you, because before you, I never knew what to wish for. Yes, this scares me, and I'm terrified of letting you in, of seeing myself more clearly through your eyes, wondering if I'm good enough for you, or if one day I'd lose you. But not having you at all scares me more than every fear I just told you. I want you, in all the large ways and small. I want to fight monsters with you and come home to you in the most mundane way. I want to be the shoulder you choose to cry on when you need to. I want to laugh with you until we both cry. So, Basil, despite everything you just told me, which makes so much sense, I hope you stay with us. I want you here. I want you near me. I want you.
And I'm guessing I don't want to cut you off.
No, I'm done.
Okay. That was so good. Basil will. You can tell that she's just gobsmacked. Complete 180 from where she thought this conversation was going to go. And you can see just all of the gears in her head are turning. She glances down at where Enid's hand is touching hers. You know, I thought that after you had left me that night, it feels like maybe I've been in that kind of position so many times that I said, well, maybe I'm not that kind of person that someone falls in love with. Maybe I'm a fun story that someone has before they go on to the happy ending. And I had hoped that maybe you would be my happy ending too. Because I really don't care how complicated this is, and it is complicated. And as much as I tried to pull back and be respectful of you and not want to push you into things that maybe you weren't ready for, I will still happily come back to you.
I'm sorry I made you feel like you weren't worthy to be loved, because that's so the opposite of what my mind was telling me. It was that you're so worthy of love that you deserve for someone else to give it to you. But if I could have the honor of loving you for the rest of our lives, I would love to.
Enid, I fell in love with you when I learned how you thought about things, the way you do things. I fell in love with your thoughts, your heart, your soul, way before we even touched. And I would gladly fall in love with you over and over again in any lifetime that we have. I would slay 100 monsters if you were on the other side. And I would do it over and over again.
And I think Enid would like do the camera's off, but the finger locking kind of handhold, not like the idle clasping, but like where you lock your fingers in with hers.
Yeah.
And like in the same motion kind of pull her in closer to kiss her.
Yes.
And I mean, are we official?
I don't know. You're the one confessing.
I don't know. I don't think any of you have asked the other to be their girlfriend. I'm just saying.
That's true.
I don't know if we're young enough to be asking each other that question. So, but I think at least for Enid, she would be comfortable enough to just take the time with Basil that she wants to be up there. If Basil wants to continue to talk about Vasadi, or if they just want to talk about their own hopes and dreams and stuff, whatever, or just be with each other together because they haven't been in a while, then
Yeah. I think Basil would probably try to use this as an opportunity to do a whole let's get to know each other again thing. Because that first time didn't go so well. So little awkward. So she'd probably just ask more about Enid's family.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like those great questions. But
yeah.
Whenever
questions.
they do go back to the cabin, they holding hands.
They're holding hands.
They acting cute.
So conversation ends. You climb down from the tree and head back to the cabin. There have been very small conversations happening within the cabin, and I'd say about 35 minutes or so have passed. Rianne and Yursa, as you're painting and finishing up, is there anything you guys wanted to talk about, or are you just painting?
I mean, after a while, Yursa would just simply say to Rianne, just kind of not taking her eyes off of what she's working on, she'll just say, "Do you know what my favorite type of weather is?"
Well, I could take a guess, but I think I'd just prefer if you tell me.
I feel like most people would say a brilliantly bright, sunny day. Breeze is just right. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's bright, it's blue. And that is my second favorite. But the first is actually right after it rains. And the sky is still a little dreary. And it's sprinkling. The ground is wet, and it's not quite sad, even though some people think it is. But I think it's the smell. As weird as that sounds, it's the smell of regrowth, the starting of something new. When it storms, it's Melora's way of refreshing and starting over and cleansing. And sometimes it's just nice to feel like you can start over.
You know, I think I'd have to agree with you. Long ago, I told you that in my heart, you made things happen where I didn't think anything else could ever again. I said you made flowers grow where only dust and stone had cultivated before. That couldn't have happened without the rain. So, I think I have a very deep fondness for the rain as well.
You know, for a moment I was sad. I was sad because I thought I had done something very wrong. Something that I thought I would not do. But I think I did the opposite. I think that I have very much righted a wrong. And I don't feel sad. Even if it may seem that way. It is not sadness. But I think it's focus. I think for a while I lost sight on... Well, I think I was so worried about what I thought I had to be, rather than what I am. Nature is so beautiful, and so giving, but sometimes she has to take away.
Yrsa, in that moment, as you were talking to Rian, you feel your words stop. And it's involuntary because there is this retching pain in your chest. Like your heart is being torn in two. Rian, you notice, Yrsa, you clench for your chest and almost fall to the ground.
Yeah.
In this
Rian would
moment,
immediately run over, and I don't think it'll do anything, but he'll pour 5 points of lay on hands to try and cure whatever it is.
Ah!
In this moment, Yrsa, this is something you've never felt before. This is unbearable. And in the sky, all of you hear and see what looks like lightning streaking across. Yrsa, the terror feels even more like a dagger is being plunged into your chest. You feel your bracelet to Willow grow very hot and warm. Yrsa, you almost faint from the pain. You take no damage.
Okay, yeah, so as she kind of like... I imagine that it had probably taken her down to the ground after everything that has happened. She looks at Rian. Something is very wrong.
We need to get back
We
to the
need
rest
to get
of them.
back. Yes. Now. I need to contact Willow.
Yes, let's go. And he'll summon Hikari and leave the painting supplies behind. It's not important right now.
As you help Yrsa up and get her onto Hikari and start making your way down, Rian, you get a message.
Rian, it's Eldar. Things have gone wrong. The rift, it's open. We need your help. Sludge is dead. Please help.
Yeah, he'll whip the reins and he'll say back to Eldar, we'll be there as soon as we can. Just hold out. I promise we'll be there.
You make your way down.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll
As
get
you-
into the house, dismount Hikari, and just start, like, very sternly, we need to leave now. Sludge is dead. Eldar is in danger. We have to get back to the rift. Now!
What? Okay.
You see that the instruments that Gak's family were playing in this lighthearted moment are dropped to the ground as Brick runs over to Gak and grabs his hands and says, "Please be careful, my son. Please. I
You will
love
be.
you."
I love you guys too.
Your father comes over and puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Go. Go." Yrsa.
Oh, yes.
You get a sending message from Willow. "Yrsa? Are you okay? What happened? I felt this horrible pain, like someone was stabbing me. Please respond."
Yes, she would respond, and she would say, I am fine. I thought something happened to you. I felt the same thing. What's going on?
You get another sending back. "I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Something's wrong. Something's very wrong."
Okay, question, John. The last time we know, Sludge was the Sunless Marsh, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yours is gonna say, what is happening with the rift? Is it... Are there things coming out? Has it opened further?
I'm assuming so. All Eldar said is that the rift is opening, Sludge is dead, and that he's in danger.
Well, yours is trying to discern if this is like the Feywild Rift in Lunaria or in the Sunless Marsh.
I will say that you all know that Eldar was stationed with Sludge
Okay.
via the Order of the Lotus.
Okay, so that's where... Okay, cool. Then Yrsa would give that information to Willow. But still, something's not okay, regardless.
Can we
So just
port
learn on that
blast
version.
there?
You've been there in the last month, I think.
Because it would have been right at the end of the downtime, so Yrsa could probably use the port glass to get us there.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I think for this, I think it'd be like right on the tail end of the month.
Yeah.
Okay. Yrsa would just say to Willow real quick, please keep an eye on the rift and stay safe. Something is very wrong.
And the last thing he would, Rian would look to Basil as Yrsa's like priming the port glass and say, "Can you send a message to Sayori, or can I send one through you? Is that okay?"
Yes.
Okay. And then John, should it be Basil sending it, or can Rian through Basil send it?
No, we've done that before.
Okay,
where you
cool.
can say it through them.
Cool. So yeah, he'll grip Basil's hands tightly, and Basil can feel that Rian's his palms are a bit sweaty. He's nervous. He wasn't expecting this. He is thrown off his balance a bit as channels the magic. Before he says anything, he'll look to you. Thank you, Basil.
Of course.
Sayori, Eldar is in danger. Sludge is dead. The rift has opened further. Make sure Lunaria is safe. We will handle the Shadowfell rift. I think that was 24 or 25.
She responds and says, "Okay. Elias is already at Lunaria. I'm in Hambefort, but I can head over there. Be careful."
Rian hopes she hears, "Please go now." Okay. All right. Port glass.
Port glass?
Okay. Yeah, port glass. We haven't rested.
No.
Would the
Take-
painting
It
count as a
has
short
been long.
rest?
It has been long enough for a short rest. So
Okay, cool.
everyone, quickly,
Thanks.
short rest.
I'm also gonna use a hit die. Yeah.
We don't want that one. Sorry.
I'll use
You
a
get rid
couple
of all
hit
these
dice.
tracks.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a couple hit die as well.
It's 2. Oh my gosh, I'm not mad.
Okay, take short rest. Back up to full, baby. I think I have all.
Once
my
everyone's
stuff.
taking their short rest, let me know, and I will continue.
I took my short rest.
I also took my short rest.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't know what's gonna be happening. I'm
Oh.
as we step through. Might of the Akuna is already on.
Do you not get spell slots back with the short rest?
Not unless you're a wizard
Only if you're a
who has
warlock.
Nuh-uh,
warlock or a wizard who
girlfriend.
has
That's a
arcane
little
recovery.
And I
Taco.
do have arcane recovery. Hee hee ho ho.
Yep.
You got wild shape left,
Been
Kayla?
watching.
I got
I've
2
been
wild
watching
shapes.
all
All
of
right,
these
let's
spell
go.
Yep. 2
I
wild
used
shapes.
all
baby.
of my third spell slots for sending.
Oh no!
Oof.
I'm so sorry.
I got 1
No,
second
I
and a
used 2 of it.
reverse.
Oh, that's right. And then I used another one. It's okay. We'll be fine.
It's fine.
Oh, I have no
Yeah,
spell
Am I
slots
st-
either, so I
Is
have no
yours
smite.
still in pain, or was it just like an initial owie?
It has passed,
Okay.
but
Alright,
yes,
poor glass.
it is something that's definitely you've never felt before.
Okay. She has many questions, but we'll deal with that later.
As you port glass, are you going to the tree?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the tree in Lunaria or the tree in the Sunless
the
Marsh?
Sunless Marsh.
Okay, yes.
As the glass forms on the other side, as you do have to rush through it quickly, you see monochrome. You see grays, whites, and blacks, as though a forest has been stripped of color. But you cannot take in the atmosphere, as you need to run through the port glass as you have limited time. As each one of you run through, your feet immediately slosh into swamp. It is oddly silent in a marsh filled with insects and creatures. And that is because the only sound you hear is the riling, thunderous cacophony of whispers of sorts out of the portal in the middle of this great tree that shades this entire area. Riling, cracking open in front of you. It is unleashing this aura of colorless void around you. All of the plants look to be colored in gray, the water colored in whites and blacks. Even as you look down at your hands, you can't tell what color, as you just see this rift, larger than you've ever seen any rift before, riling in front of you. And that's not the only thing you see. You see specters of shadow walking, creeping around, walking out of this rift into the sunless marsh. And you see perched up on on the large tree, this large drake-like creature made of shadow. Gak, because of your high perception, you can barely see 2 bodies far left, not moving. But you can't make your way over there, because as you appear here, all of you have alerted these creatures.
Oh.
As here. Here. Who am I missing? Gak. The creatures look towards you. This dragon-like entity swoops off of the tree down in your direction. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Quote Shaggy from, I believe, the first Scooby-Doo movie. This is not what I wanted to do today.
It's a 34.
Oh,
That's
man.
a 34 for me.
Woo!
Zoinks.
Jinkies!
Where are the two bodies? Are they on this map at all?
They are off on this side.
Okay.
They won't be on the map.
Okie dokie.
Let's see. We have Rian, Yursa, Gak, Enid, Gideon, Basil. Am I missing anybody? Rian, Yursa, Gak, Enid, Gideon, Basil. That is a no.
Yeah.
As you see a fully opened rift to the Shadowfell in front of you, Rian, you're up first.
Yeah, I had Hikari out when we arrived, so Rian would take half of his movement speed to mount on top of Hikari, and he's going to go ahead and come here, 10 feet there, and he is going to go ahead and attack this creature right here.
Okay.
Yeah, because I do not have spells, so I don't think there's anything else useful I can do. I don't want to use that as an action. Okay, all right. Sword. Oh, this is with advantage because I'm on top of Hikari, and it's a medium creature. 21. Ooh.
Hits.
Nice, and then that plus a d6 from Okunai. 19 points of damage for the first attack.
You slice down off of Hikari and slice this creature in two, and you hear a as it disappears dead.
Perfect. Okay. Second creature, right in front of Rian with advantage. Okay, 29.
Hits.
Okay. Plus a d6. Oh! 23 points of damage.
Okay. As you're riding with Hikari, you swipe down the first one, you hear the pop, and swipe down again, and once again, as it just dissipates.
Okay, and then as he's moving over to the third one with the flame tongue dagger on the chain, as he's moving towards it, he's going to whip out towards it as a bonus action attack. Whoop. Actually, he's going to move here, sorry. Not there. Just because he wants to be closer to the fucking dragon-looking thing. Oh! Okay.
Yeah, is it a bat?
No, it's more of a drake.
Ooh.
Don't know what that
An
is.
in-between.
Oh.
A tweener.
Dragon
All right.
bat.
So, all right.
A drat.
Flame tongue dagger. This is also with advantage because of Hikari. Please, God. 16.
That's a hit.
Go. Let's go. All right.
As you put the sword away and swing with the dagger,
18 points of damage.
there's another pop.
Oh, don't worry, guys. I'm on ad clear. I got it. Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah. I got nothing else.
Okay. Top of the round. 1, 2, 3, 4 more of these creatures step out slowly as they skulk their way out. As it is one of the skulk's turns.
Yeah.
Yep. They will go all together because they are very shitty creatures. So this one's going to skulk on over to Rian, and it is going to attack you with a claw.
Okay.
12 to hit. No. As it just tries to attack you, you'll get another one that will try to attack you. Natural 20.
Okay, yeah. That'll
So
hit.
you will take 13 points of slashing damage. Some of that is necrotic, but it's yeah. This one is going to come over here and attack at Basil. Uh, 25 to hit.
Oof, yep.
Okay. It is going to slice at you, Basil. So that is, this matters. 4 points of slashing and 10 points of necrotic. It was 5, but it is doubled because you are vulnerable to necrotic damage.
Okay.
This one is going to run over here and slice at Yursa. Eight. No. Yursa, you're up.
John,
Mhm.
question.
Yep.
So our understanding is to close a rift, both sides, both guardians have to be dead. Sludge is dead.
Well, the tether needs to be removed, which the staff can do. Killing them is one of the options, yes.
Okay. But my staff can untether, correct?
Correct. Without killing them if you choose.
Okay, well, Sludge is dead. That point's still
Yeah,
unfortunate.
one tether's gone.
Do we know if this thing is the other, or we have no idea?
You have no idea.
Because my question is...
Actually, make a history check. You've talked to
Okay.
Sledge. Make a history check with advantage.
Because I was also... I should pull up my notes because I'm pretty sure I do know. Because what's-his-face told us.
All they said was that in the Sunless March it was some druid, and that was the only thing they knew.
Okay, well,
Well, Yursa has had conversations with Sledge.
But
so
yeah,
this
Yursa
is
would probably know.
Well,
advantage.
Oh?
Okay, 16's enough.
okay.
Sludge has actually had a weird relationship with the creature on the other side of this rift.
Okay.
They have actually had conversations and know about each other. And when you think of the Shadowfell, you think of evil creatures. You think of the complete negative opposite of the Prime Material. However, this creature on the other side, a shadow dragon, knew its role. It knew that it was part of the rift and that it needed to persist at keeping it safe from opening.
Mm-hmm.
She has mentioned the name before, Umbraxicor.
Oof.
Is a shadow dragon.
But it's probably been corrupted at this point. That's my assumption.
You have seen a vision from Lady Gemcloak of Demogorgon corrupting this creature. And the
Okay.
drake, that thing you see in front of you, looks way too small to be Umbraxicor.
Great, we have to go inside the rift. That's what Yursa was trying to deduce. Right?
Make a perception check.
Okay, unless it's gonna come out. I will make a perception. Sorry, I know I'm doing a lot on my turn. I apologize.
No,
No,
it's
no.
okay.
No,
You're
th-
doing the heavy fucking lifting.
Natural 20.
I'm just trying to decide if we need to go to the Shadowfell right now or not.
Be fun.
Yursa, a
Okay.
quick glance at this rift. It is larger than any rift you have ever seen. It is
Great.
open. This is not a partially closed or maintained rift or even like chaotic. It is completely broken and open, unsealed.
Oh, wowzer.
And you're with a natural 20, you're probably realizing maybe that's where that pain came from. A rift fully opening because you are tethered to the rifts themselves hurt you.
Oh, great.
It was a sign. This rift looks big enough for a dragon to get out of.
Oh.
Great.
Wonderful.
Oh no.
I guess we don't need to go in. I'm sure it'll come to
Actually,
us.
with the perception natural 20, looking around, you can see tracks. You can see dragon footprints.
Uh-oh.
Do we
In the mud.
finally have our dragon in Dungeons and Dragons, John?
I'm scared.
Not when I have no.
I have no
Not
spells.
when
It's
I
fine.
don't have all my
Christ.
spell slots.
Yeah, right? Christ. Okay. Well... In that case, I'm so scared. Do I use? Is it dumb to use both of my wild shapes to be an elemental, or should I just use one? Reminded
Depends
a
on
dragon,
how
I'm
long you
nervy.
think this day is gonna last?
It's been really long already, John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you
fuck
do,
it. We ball.
something that can fly. Because dragon.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
hold on. Hold on.
But not like a little bitch bird, you know?
Yeah, not like a don't wild shape into a parakeet.
Even worse, a dodo.
a
Yeah.
dodo.
You can't even fly.
I'd like to be a penguin. Is that possible?
Penguin.
What are you doing, Ursa?
I'm going to wild shape into an air elemental
Yeah!
because I have a fly speed of 90, baby.
Oh,
Nursa.
Bonus action.
Turnadursa.
Thank you.
You're Sado.
Ursa.
That's my yeah, Ursa. There we go.
Ursa.
Bonus action that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, this is fun. Those two. Okay, multi attack. I'm gonna slam this
Come
thing
on
in
and
front of me.
slam. And welcome,
And welcome
to the
to
jam.
the jam.
Maybe.
15, yeah, that hits.
Okay. 13 points of bludgeoning
13.
damage.
As you slam down, you hear it as it disappears, dead.
Okay. Multi attack. So second attack at this thing.
Okay.
Slam.
Let's go. Come on. Fuck him up. Yeah. Let's go.
Another slam. You hear a pop, and the creature disappears.
Okay. That
What's
is my
the
turn.
Popping sound. I'm curious.
It's just them dying.
It's like a
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Gak,
didn't
you're
know
up.
it was time.
My mouse died. I'm back.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you had a pet
Yeah,
mouse.
it's okay.
yeah.
Rip
them
Mickey.
Chicago rats, you know.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna go this big. That's Ursa, and I'm gonna go.
Freaks out.
Right over here. And what would happen?
Gak, what's your passive perception?
Very good. 23.
Okay. About 45 feet to your left, you see sitting up against a tree, not too far, is the body of some sort of druid-like human creature or elf. But leaning up against the tree, heaving heavily, is Eldar.
Okay, I'm going to dash.
Okay.
Meow.
Man, this guy just doesn't quit.
That was probably 60 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dash over and look towards Eldar, and he looks to you. You can see these dark black veins trailing up from underneath his armor, up the neck to the cheeks. His eyes are, you see blood trailing down from them, his ears. He looks up to you and says, "Oh, hello, Gak. Nice of you to join."
Hey, you're gonna be okay, buddy. And
He
I don't
looks to you and
think
says,
you'll.
"How bad is it? Be honest."
It's not good at all. But I've done worse to you. And Gak's gonna pull out a potion of healing and just give it to Eldar.
As you administer the potion of healing, you don't watch those veins go away. You don't see any change in Eldar.
Oh.
That was a greater healing potion, you asshole! Magic missile. No, okay.
Eldar looks towards you and you see that the strength that he has is almost none. Because oh, that's odd.
Basil, get over here.
And it'll be my turn.
Okay.
Damn,
Enid, you're up.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to
Enid,
do.
I'm up.
Yep.
Okay. Shit. I know what to do. Is this thing flying in the air?
Oh yeah, sorry. It's about, let's see, 30 feet in the air.
So Rian couldn't hit it.
I have
From
boots of flying.
Hikari?
I could.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because I can't sneak attack it, so I think I will opt to get rid of the ads, and hopefully then Rian can focus on Big Bat. But we're not... I don't know if she would be able to even perceive that. It doesn't matter. Okay. Meh. Attack! Sneak attack! Wow! Alright. We're gonna use... Which blades? Which ones? Which ones? Since I'm flanking, I'll use the Lazarus Twin Shadow. First one. That's pretty shit, but 16.
That hits. What damage does the Lazarus dagger do?
Ooh, it does do some necrotic damage, which was probably a bad call on my end, but it's piercing,
Well-
4 necrotic, and then 28 sneak attack.
Okay, so I'll just say it. Necrotic it's immune to. However,
Yeah.
the other damage, it can't, negate that. As you come up behind and you slice the head clean off as it just detaches from the body and just pops into nothingness.
Okay, but was it resistant to the piercing damage?
Your daggers are magical.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. I'll do it again.
It seems as though if your daggers were not magical, it would do no damage.
would
But all of
do
you have magical
no-
weapons, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we should be fine. Okay. I'll do it again, but this time I
Okay.
will use my psychic blades.
Okay.
Just so I can see if they hit 20 should hit. I think I'm only gonna attack once. Sorry, here's this. Just the psychic damage.
8 damage. It's
So
not
8
fully dead, but it is looking rough.
Maybe I will. I think I am gonna bonus action to attack that one as well, then, so that Rian can focus. Yeah, but we'll do.
Okay.
So another psychic blade.
Hits.
16. Sweet. Boop.
There's
7.
another.
Is it bad?
As it
I
pops.
pop. All right, and then I think Enid will. Actually, this might be a bad move, but what if I got here so that if it has a cone, maybe she'll be out of it, and maybe she can hit some of the things coming through the portal. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Enid, make a Constitution saving throw.
Shit. Maybe that was dumb. Maybe I'm dumb. Look at pittered across.
As you
here.
get close to this rift, you can feel its essence trying to creep into your mind and your body as you feel necrosis start to take hold. But you take a step back as you notice that almost like these evil thoughts start to get planted into your brain. You take a step back.
I would like to
from
step
the
back.
rift.
Yeah. She'll warn everybody, because she was conscious that was something coming from the portal itself and not some other. She knows, right? I guess I'm just.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she'll communicate that. She's gonna say, "Be careful getting near it. It fucks with your brain. I swear."
Okay.
And then that'll be my turn.
All right, Gideon, you're up.
So the 4 creatures, I can't remember what you called them, but they came through the portal, right? They didn't just like rise up from the ground or anything.
Right. The skulks. Yeah, they came
Okay.
from the portal.
So hearing what Enid said, I think he's just gonna go, got it, and he's gonna cast Sickening Radiance in the portal.
Okay. You hear on the other side as you do hit some that were probably coming through.
Cool. And that lasts for 10 minutes, so we're probably
Okay.
good for a while.
Wait. Is that poison?
It's radiant damage, my friend.
Okay, yeah, you hear
Hell yeah.
like little tiny fireworks, like as they explode from the radiance.
It's like flies on those electric
Yeah,
fly
exactly, like flies on the electric fly swatter. Okay.
All right, well, that should save us from some coming in at least. And then Gideon's gonna retreat a little bit. He's gonna head down this way where Ursa's not, even though her token's there.
All right.
And that will be it.
It is the Gloomstalker's turn.
He's a ranger.
Now let me read its character sheet. It's probably something I should have done.
John actually read it for you. It said it doesn't do anything.
That's gotcha.
It was really weird. It was like, Gloomstalkers are the most useless monster. Don't put them in your game. They don't do anything. If you put a Gloomstalker... yeah, yeah, exactly. If you put it in your combat encounter, the players automatically win D&D.
Man, that's crazy. I didn't know you could win at D&D.
I know, that's why the Gloomstalker sucks.
I knew it! I was
it
like,
just
shit,
ends the campaign, yeah.
It is going to fly down in 10 feet, and it is going to release this horrible shriek. This, for lack of a better description, like a Zubat casting confusion. All of you need to make Constitution saving throws.
Wait, what is not in that range?
I am not in that, broski.
Okay.
What is it attempting to do? Because I am immune to certain things.
Paralyze.
I am immune to paralyzation.
Oh, let's go.
Hey.
As an air elemental.
Wow.
Bro.
Why did I
am I
even do
rolling?
this move? Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Enid, you should have stayed close. Enid, no, you should have stayed close.
As the shriek is let out, Enid, you feel your body freeze in place. And with that, it is going to dive down and attempt to snatch Rian.
All right, Kari's coming with me. I'm fastened to that bitch. The saddle, no, I'm not calling
19
Kari
to
a
hit.
bitch. No, it doesn't hit.
All right. As its talons raise up and try to grab at you, you duck down as it flies overhead. It is going to be 35 feet up in the air again as it flies up.
Okay.
Basil, you're up.
At the end of its turn, John, you're not the only one with legendary action. It's not a legendary action. I'm going to use one of my features. I'm going to invoke my stone rune. So you can see that along the collapsed shield that Gideon had made for him, there are these Okunai runes that are in the shape of just mountain peaks across it. They glow this dull gray, and you can see its entire form begin to kind of like petrify almost to a lesser degree. So I need it to make a DC 16 wisdom saving throw. And if it fails, it is charmed by me for 1 minute. And while charmed in this way, its speed is 0 and is incapacitated.
What's the thing again?
DC 16 wisdom. Wizzy dummy.
Wizzy dummy? Okay.
Hopefully he's a dummy.
6.
Woo! All right. So its speed is reduced to 0, which means it begins to plummet.
Okay.
It does make a save at the end of each one of its turns, though. But, important thing, it does not get a save anytime it takes damage.
Okay. I will say that probably happened around the 15 feet mark.
Mm-hmm.
Because it swooped overhead and went back up. If you're using that as a reaction, we'll say that it's definitely within range for some strikes now.
Yeah, dude. Wait, let me... Yeah, the creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each one of its turns. There you go. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then it's incapacitated if just for the status effect.
Okay.
Someone's hacking into the mainframe of it.
Sorry.
0011101001110.
Okay, cool. Basil, you're up.
Okay. John, would a lesser restoration, and I'm asking this because I know Joe said that he could use lay on hands that will neutralize what Eldar's going through.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I can't tell you if it will or will not. You're not close enough to Eldar to actually see what's going on with him.
Mhm.
It's worth a try.
Maybe you can at least get closer and see if you can figure something out, and then.
Yeah, because I was gonna just hurl a guiding bolt at this thing.
Yeah, so if you want to do that, it doesn't matter how close you are to Eldar, because you'll still be able to hit it.
Yeah. Let's see how close I can get. I go right there. Can I... Would it be 2 actions to look over at Eldar and see how he's faring and to send a guiding bolt?
Yeah, as you walk over here, Eldar, he has a sunny disposition. He's trying to make the best of it. But you can see that his hands are starting to turn black as though frostbite was setting in. You can see that there's still blood pouring out of the eyes. Not pouring, but slightly trickling down in the ears. He's smiling, but he does not look good at all. And something is stealing his life force at this point.
Okay. Would... Because I know this one has kind of tricky wording. Would Death Ward do anything for him?
What does Death Ward do?
Here, I'll display it.
Oh.
The only thing would be if the spell is still in effect when the target is subjected to an effect that would kill it instantaneously without dealing damage. That effect is instead negated against the target and the spell ends. So that would be the only thing. I don't know if, depending on what you're having Eldar go through, I don't know if this would be something that would work.
Yeah.
But it could be...
This will have some sort of effect, I will say. Not the desired effect, but if you do use this, something will change.
Well, I'm
That's
also in
ominous.
a pickle because I cannot touch him. I am.
That is true.
So... Unless I... Girl, I'm a cleric. I'm sorry. That was mean. I'm sorry.
My cleric can teleport.
Girl.
Yeah, because you have a magic item that gives you 9 different options for teleportation.
I mean, also her race gives it to her too, so maybe.
Maybe you should have picked a better race, Basil.
God damn it. Ugh. I'll think about that next time I'm bored. I'm sorry, Val. I love you.
I will give you this option. You can attack this Gloomstalker, deal some damage to it, possibly give advantage on the next attack, or you can Death Ward Eldar. You think that if you well, you can't. Never mind. You can't touch him. Fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. So, like, if I can't touch him, then I was just gonna do the
Yeah.
thing on the thing, but if you'd be fine with me doing a little shot put, just toss my hand out there and
No,
give his booty a slap.
No, I can't allow that. That's bending the rules a little
There
bit
we go.
too
Cast
hard.
Death Ward on me. I'll touch Eldar,
him.
and
It's
it'll go
like- it's
through
like-
me.
Exactly, like electricity, like grounding yourself.
Yeah.
Eldar's the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a medicine check, Basil.
Okay.
25. Okay, so with a quick glance, you can't get over to him to Death Ward. But Eldar is... I think dying is a nice word. He is almost basically dead. And you can tell. And what's going on with him, you have never seen anything like this. It seems like maybe it's a curse or a disease or a sickness or all of it combined into one, but it is otherworldly and it is definitely tied to whatever the hell is either on the other side of this rift. It is definitely Shadowfell magic. That's all you can ascertain.
Game's sake, would he last another round so that I can do the Death Ward thing?
Game's sake, he will last until this Gloomstalker dies.
Okay. So then I think what I'm going to go ahead and do then is cast... I'm trying to save my girly spell slots, the higher ones, for more important shit. So I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at a measly level 1.
Okay.
Where is it?
Oh my god, yes. 22 to hit. That hits 22 points of wait.
14.
As you fire this radiant bolt towards this creature made of shadow and negative energy, it hits it, and there's a bright light. As all of you avert your gaze, as it seems this thing is vulnerable to this type of damage, as you deal 44 points of radiant damage as it's falling from the sky at the same time. It's almost like a ball of fire falling down as it gets hit. And Guiding Bolt makes the next attack advantage, right?
I think so. It should. Hold on.
Yeah, so this Gloomstalker is now a Sunstalker, as it is just fucking fallen. It's bright, like it is. It looks real bad.
It
From
is a
just one hit.
meteorite.
Yeah. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm trying to be smart about my spell slots.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. We said that Eldar didn't have anything happen when Gak gave him a...
You do not heal from it, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Rian.
Okay.
You're up.
At Rian's turn, he can see the Gloomstalker is incapacitated. It's glowing. I mean, he could very easily try and end this right now, but Eldar swore himself to the Order of the Lotus, and Rian is going to try and prioritize his health in this moment. He's going to run over on Hikari, 40 feet of movement there, so that's 35. And as he looks down towards Eldar, he's going to say, I promise you, I'm going to get you out of this, all right? Everything's going to be okay. And he is going to reach and grab onto his shoulder and neck. And John, I know this is bending the rules a bit. I want to use Lay on Hands, but instead of expending 5, I know that this is some planar rift magic. Rian wants to pour everything he's got into it, so I'd like to expend 35 points to try and see if it will at least delay the inevitable here. Not healing him, but trying to cure whatever disease or poison is affecting him.
Go ahead and roll me a medicine check. With advantage, because you are pouring all of your radiant healing into him.
Basil's
Right.
like yelling at you. I say black veins.
Fate of the die here. +0. Let's go. 14. 14.
As you place your hands on Eldar and pour all of this radiant energy in, you do see some of the veins start to back up ever so slightly. But like vines start to curl slowly back up, but you can tell that Eldar feels some semblance of reprieve from the pain he's in. You've given him slightly more time, but it is still taking his form in his body. And he musters the strength and puts his hand on your arm and says, I'm sorry, but it's okay.
No. You do not
It's
talk
okay.
like that. Everything. You'll make it, all right? Don't talk like that.
Rian, I've brushed with death multiple times. It's okay. I just hope I did the Order proud.
You did, brother. You did. And Rian will kind of, even though the sickly veins are encroaching in this moment, he'll kind of rest his forehead on Eldar's.
Is that your turn, Rian?
Yeah.
Okay, Gersa, you're up.
Okay. Yrsa, I know she's a wind elemental, but I imagine, whenever she does transform into these things, her staff is still attached to her in some way. So
It's just whirling around the floor.
I was thinking, it's like floating inside of her, like where her chest would
It's
be.
just like it's
the
just like
center.
this inside.
Is there any way she can try? I know we can't close the rift, but maybe because it is open, maybe some of this energy that is seeping out is affecting what's going on with Eldar. And if things are going to keep popping out, I know Gideon put a ray of sickness in there, but just to help stabilize, if you will, can Yrsa do something? Anything.
Okay. I will say, do you have the ability to cast spells
Oh, no.
as an elemental yet?
No, that's level 18. I would have to drop. I might wait then.
I think you would have to drop to use the staff itself because it is magic.
That's okay. I respect that because that's a thing can do when I'm fatter. Okay, in levels is what I meant. like a fat level, like a fat 18.
Yeah. I got you.
Alright, now I'm what level are we? 12? Yeah, 11.
Yeah.
Wow, 11.
I
12?
mean, we might as
We're like
well be 18,
Basically 12, yeah.
Yeah, after
Then if
this, you're
that's the
18.
case, I'll wait until we get rid of this guy then. So, Yrsa is going to. Oh God, Enid's right here. Never mind. Well,
Slam me.
I'm trying to think of what I want to do.
Bring it on, the tornado.
Leave me.
Leave me. You could move over here and. Okay, I guess I can't ping. All right, won't let me ping.
I don't know if it's worth throwing it back into the rift, but it'd be kind of funny.
Here.
Yeah, consider you might as well. Okay, never mind. I'll save that. I'm gonna slam.
All right, welcome to the jam.
Maybe. I don't know if I'm slamming on the first
15
attack.
is its armor class. You do
Okay,
hit.
I'm slamming. Okay,
13
second
points
attack.
of damage.
Oof. That
That's
does
a
What was
miss.
that, Kayla? Did you say?
I'm spinning. All right, that's it.
I'm slamming.
Okay.
Well, I tried.
As you slam down the first one, you connect. Actually, go ahead and roll the 15 again, just to see if you get a natural 20, because you have advantage from Guiding Bolt. Never.
I didn't.
As you slam this one, because you're not used to this form entirely,
Yeah.
you slam it and send it further down faster than it was. As you go to slam again, you miss. As you just change its trajectory to just slam into the ground faster.
You know what? All right.
Is that your turn?
Yes, unfortunately.
I'll say it's going to take a d6 of damage. It's going to hit the ground.
Yes.
And it
Take
won't...
my wind, bitch.
Because... oh, wait. Your rune thing, Joe, goes away, right? Because she slammed it?
No, it only gets to save at the end of each one of its turns. It does not go away when it takes damage.
Cool. All right. Gak, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna try something, and I'm just, Gak thinks this might work because he thinks he gets a vibe from spells he has. So he's gonna cast Odaluk's Resilient Sphere on Eldar.
Okay.
And the reason I'm doing that is it says the sphere is immune to all damage, and a creature or object inside can't be damaged by attacks or effects originating from outside.
Okay.
So if something's like sapping his health or something like that, then if it's originating from outside, then it won't work. So that's it. A big ball appears around us.
Just because there's a potential to save the spell, make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
Okay. It's a little bit hard to tell, but in this marsh, you can see the prints of the dragon that were in this direction. You see Sludge's body is completely encased in this shadow, this disease-looking thing. Her skin is just dark obsidian black, and these tendrils pulsating underneath this almost glowing purple. You see Eldar has the same ailment, and as you look past Eldar, you can see that the trees have like these scuff marks on them of almost like shadow was left behind. And as you kind of tilt your head a little bit, you can see that it is left in this kind of cone formation. As though, and you can tell it's not the rift siphoning his energy. With a 16 perception, something hit Eldar.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now taking its effects on him.
Okay. Don't cast.
I just don't want you to. I don't want you to lose Resilient Sphere.
Right. Onky donkey. Sorry. I'm going to cast Haste on Basil.
Okay.
So Basil, you have a +2 bonus to AC.
Yay! Thank you.
You have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you gain an additional action on each turn.
You're so nice. I'm not gonna remember any of that.
That's okay. I'll remind you. And your speed is doubled.
Okay.
So, bam.
Can you write it down or something?
Sure. I'll click the thing, and it'll show up in the
Okay.
chat.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Is that your turn, Gak?
Yeah.
All right. Enid, you're up.
So I do have a question about her paralysis from the effect.
Oh, that's right.
Since Rian did a thing to it, I don't know what the Zubat shit says on like if it's like a concentration thing for the
It's at
bat.
yeah. Okay. So it's at the end of your turn that you can make the check. So yeah, unfortunately, you can make a check, but you
And
do
it's
lose your
not
turn because you're paralyzed.
Concentration?
No, a breath weapon is not concentration.
No.
I'm
That
sorry.
sucks balls. All right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll roll.
Ooh.
I'm staying the same.
Gideon,
That's
it's your turn.
All right. Yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna do disintegrate. Let's kill this thing.
By the way, Gak, is 8 a concentration or it lasts for 8 hours?
It just says it lasts for the duration 8 hours.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, dex saving throw from the creature.
Can it make dex saves when it's incapacitated? Joe?
Incapacitated just means that it can't take actions or reactions.
Okay, cool. So dex save.
It's in the feature says it's in a dreamy stupor, and its speed is 0 and incapacitated.
Okay.
You're right, it is stupid.
17.
Got him. That's a fail.
Uh-oh.
Bye.
73 points of damage.
Gideon, how do you want to do this?
Oh, hot damn.
His signature
It's-
move.
I know. It's a good finisher.
He moves his non-existent glasses up.
Yeah. I was like, come on, man. Gideon don't wear glasses. I imagine that he just kind of moves over and just fires it and basically blasts it back into the portal, but it just disintegrates into nothing before it even passes through it.
So, yeah, as you fire down, it hits the creature. No sound at all as it just starts to turn to dust, and its form is just siphoned back into the Shadowfell itself. The particles just get picked up, almost like a black hole sucking in whatever's left of it, as it is gone.
And combat's over and we level up.
Can I
Con-
use a quote last action to do the death ward thing on LD?
You can.
Okay.
So with that, combat does come to an end. Let me sit down really quick. However, there's still a threat. As I grab my chair.
Yeah, as soon as Ursa, she's gonna drop her form and try to use her staff to at least have some type of control over this thing for now.
Okay.
Can I shut the door a little bit?
Just crack it.
Yursa, as you drop your form and walk over, in it, I will say that the paralysis does end at this point.
Okay, cool. I think she would stay with Yursa, just knowing that, like, what happens when you get close, so that she can kind of, like, when Yursa steps forward, maybe she can have, like, a hand on her shoulder or something to help ground her.
Oh, pretty.
Oh, wait.
Ooh.
This is not the one I wanted. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like, wow.
Like,
Oh, mood change, though.
My bad.
And I maybe, like, have our little friendship bracelets, like, the heartbeat just so going, so that Yursa knows she's
Aw.
there.
So sweet.
I just
I
thought
ain't
of a
leaving
really
you.
sad thing.
Thank you.
Yursa, as you walk over with your staff in hand, you feel the negative energy from the Shadowfell trying to pull at you and Enid, but Enid stays next to you. You feel this humming inside of the staff itself. The staff of the Realm Weaver. The only known artifact to be able to remove tethers to these rifts and close them. You walk to this rift with purpose. The Rift Warden that you are. You plant the staff down in front of you, and you almost see these tendrils start to emanate from the bottom and start to almost try to grab hold and wrap around this rift. And as the tendrils grab hold, the rift is trying to suck them in. I need you to first make a nature check.
I'm going to guidance myself. Let's get its D4. This
This is not the music either, dude. What am I doing?
17.
Okay.
Also, can I do one thing, John?
Give me 1 second.
No worries.
I need to find the right music for this.
Always important. I feel.
Yeah. Let's go
Is
back
it the
to this.
Ratatosker music, dude? So you
No.
gotta walk through the portal.
Is that
17.
17? Is your thing, Ryan, to give a buff or some?
Yes.
Okay. Because this is a skill check for Ursa. So if it's a buff thing, that can happen.
Buff it up.
He's
Is
gonna
it for this roll?
cast. Yeah, and potentially many more to follow.
Okay, cool.
He's going to cast Enhance Ability, Owl's Wisdom. Target has advantage on Wisdom checks.
Oh,
Okay.
lovely. Thank you.
So make the nature check with advantage. Much better. 18.
21.
22.
Oh, yes,
20.
math. 19, 20, 21, 22. Yes. Oof.
These arcane tendrils. You feel this pulse as it pulsates to the rift. You can see the rift almost change to like this bright purple for half a second as it goes back to this dark black and white swirling void. You succeeded on the first check.
Oof.
You watch the rift start to slowly become less volatile. I now need you to make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna guidance myself.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry. I've played enough Baldur's Gate.
So guidance is concentration, so it's just persistent for the next.
Oh, wow. My persuasion is garbage.
You try to call out to the rift, but you're used to calling out to the Feywild. The Shadowfell is another beast entirely. It is unruly, it is negative, it is dark. Everything the opposite of you is what this rift holds on the other side. The rift stays where you had it previous, but it does not close further.
I mean, Enid doesn't know any rift magic or anything, but I know she's like with like moon and everything. I don't know if there's any way she can like help support Yrsa. I would assume she would notice the rift like responding negative, like at first positively and then negatively, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like if Enid were to like reach for the staff with Yrsa, is there anything that like Enid's connection to anything helps support? I mean, she's not a Rift Warden, but she's got connections to other places.
I'll say it's not the connections that help. Yrsa, as you were doing this, and this obviously is the first time you ever are attempting this, there are these nerves that come with what you are doing. Everything has been so sudden. Your friend Sludge is dead. It is shadow and darkness around you, but you feel Enid put her hand on your shoulder. Enid is not your connection to things, it is your encouragement as Yrsa's friend that you get advantage on this next roll, Yrsa.
Oh gosh, I hate rolling. It just makes me so nervous.
I got bad news for you about this game.
Yeah, this is why.
Make a survival check.
Okay, I'll do that one instead. Okay, that's better. But D4?
Advantage.
With advantage.
Is it Enid? Power of friendship. better.
God.
15 with guidance.
Friendship is magic.
Oh my God.
Ooh, a whole
Okay.
4
Take
though.
that. Oh, Jesus
19.
Christ.
A pulse again. You see the rift start to slowly form back to this oval shape instead of this chaotic opening. A last check, Yrsa, with advantage.
Which one am I rolling for?
A persuasion.
Okey-dokey.
With advantage because Enid is there.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That really sucks.
10. You know this. One, what you are attempting to do has never been done before.
Wait, real
To your
quick before you keep going, because I don't. It technically only I think is supposed to go to me, but I do have something called Psionic Power Bolstered Knack. It's basically adding a D10 when I fail an ability check or tool thing. It says for me, but if I'm supporting somebody, could I potentially give them that? Sorry, I just wanted to. I want to say it before you said anything further, so I wasn't like. I'm so sorry.
What do you say to Yrsa to encourage her with this ability?
Okay, she will say, as she notices Yrsa start to tense up again. You got this. You're a Rift Warden. This is what you know. And you do not know fear anymore.
Okay. Yrsa, roll a d10. A 9, which brings the total to a 19. Yrsa, you are tense in this moment, but you hear your friend's words and you reach out to the rift again, trying to persuade it. And there's another slow hum as you watch the swirling rift start to slow. Its chaotic energy turns normal. And although the rift does not close, because you know what you have to do to close them, you can see on the other side as Gideon's spell fades. These skulks are trying to make their way through these creatures. And as they go to reach out, they hit something. You see this slightly almost rainbow, oil slick looking barrier in front of the rift. The rift is not closed, but you have successfully given you and the surrounding area time. Creatures will not be coming out of this rift. For how long, you do not know, but you know that this will hold for a little. Maybe a couple days.
Yay! Yay!
Okay.
Take,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, you take a breath of relief as you see that you have halted the creatures and essence pouring out into this plane for now.
And there's no sign of this dragon outside of the rift right now?
Correct. I mean, you see the footprints, you see the tracks, but you know it has left this rift. However, with that being said, Basil, you are able to get over to
LD.
LD.
LD boy. My once boyfriend turned enemies.
He looks to you, Basil, and says, "Oh, nice of you to join. How are you?"
Could be worse. And she's gonna reach out her hand to him and try to joke. Don't worry. I won't stab you in the back.
Honestly, I feel like that would make everything better.
And she's going to try to cast Death Ward. Level 4. I think that may be the only level that you can.
Okay. As you cast the spell, Basil, you do feel it take effect. But what that means is that it doesn't seem like it's going to stop Eldar from dying. Just stop him from dying now. The spell lasts 8 hours. It seems that Eldar has that much time left.
She's gonna take out one of her little vials of her hooligan herbs and she'll take out a little pinch. It'll help numb some of the pain.
He takes it. He attempts to take it. His arms don't actually
Oh, well,
move.
then she'll assist him.
Thank you. At this point, I assume, is everybody coming over to this scene as the
Yeah.
threat currently is gone? Okay.
Yeah.
Yursa, you can see the body of Sledge curled up, dead.
Is she like, I assume, right next to Eldar then?
Not too far, like 10
Okay.
feet.
Yeah. I mean, she's going to go over to Sledge's body and I mean, she's not gonna just leave it like sprout out over here. She's gonna like kneel down to go and pick her up. And can she also kind of assess kind of what Gak figured out? Like, clearly this dragon, at least the way Kayla, the player, is interpreting it, has some type of breath weapon that has done this. So if Ursa can just look over the body to reach that same conclusion, just to see what happened.
Yeah, I mean, passive nature, you can tell that whatever this was from this dragon was some sort of large area of effect. The initial blast, you can see where she's taken damage from where this breath weapon would have like hit her from the top downwards and not just all the way across at an angle. So yeah, they were definitely hit with some sort of breath weapon from the dragon. As you kind of pick up Sledge's body.
Yeah. And Ursa knows that Sledge was not a people person at all. And so she's not going to... A funeral of sorts does not feel right for who Sledge was as a person. So instead, she's going to kind of walk Sledge's body behind the big tree over here and just kind of lay her down by the tree.
Can you do so? Giving Sledge some semblance of peace. Placing her in the place that you loved and spent her entire life.
Yeah. She'll say a couple of words, just under her breath. And she does have a couple tears in her eyes, but she won't spend long over there, and she'll come back to the rest of the group.
As you're making your way back, Eldar looks towards Rian and says, It was so sudden. I tried. We both tried, Sledge and I. Something happened. I think another rift opened somewhere. And it was enough.
he came through.
And he grabs your hand. You're so close to him, he like moves his hand over and grabs your hand ring and says,
Yeah.
The dragon made it through, Rien. I'm so sorry.
Do not be sorry. You did everything you could. We will find this dragon, we will hunt it, and we will kill it. I once told Gideon, duty is as heavy as a mountain, but death can be as light as a feather. Let go, my friend. Let that lightness carry you to the peace you've earned. May the mountains guide you on your path to the afterlife. And may the gods greet you with open arms, and may you find a place in those eternal halls where warriors and guardians of the valor of your kind belong. Your duty is fulfilled, Eldar. You served it bravely.
You're always good with words.
and he looks to the group and says,
Thank you. I know I did wrong by all of you, but you gave me a second chance. You allowed me to be good. Thank you.
Basil, you could tell that he's very close to death, but the death ward is keeping him alive.
She's gonna kneel down in front of him and take his hand and look at him. Thank you for your service. It's time for you to go to your new home now, Eldar. And Basil's gonna just look up towards the sky and kind of try to push out her will to her mother to come take Eldar away.
As you do, and you release the death ward. Final smile across Eldar's face as he looks towards all of you. And a final breath. As he slumps over. And Basil, as you look up, you can see ravens starting to flock around.
Take care of him.
Gideon, there is a slight hum of an object in your pocket.
What is it?
One of the Seeker Stones.
Ah, shit. Okay.
You pick it up and listen, and you hear the Queen of Isvaria. Hilden is under attack. We need your help.
Jesus Christ.
Please hurry. Please.
We're coming. Just looking to everyone. We have to go.
How? Ursa can't do transport via plants,
And the port glass has
and
been used.
port glass has been used.
Good.
And I don't have any charges to plane shift. I have 2 charges on my staff.
I mean, how tapped is everybody in general? Are we gonna be a help?
I mean, us being there
Enid's
would be
fine, but
better than us not. But
Yeah, I have 9 spell slots, but it's
Eldon is
mostly-
also, what, a 2-week journey by foot or something like that from
Yeah.
the Sunless Marsh?
Well, we only need to go a day.
Yeah.
That's true.
Buh.
I mean,
We'll say. I'll
Where's
take
the
you to map.
closest teleportation circle?
Yeah.
You know that all of the towns have one.
Yeah.
Keywood is the closest town to the Sunless Marsh.
Well, we better get walking. Running. Hikari.
Yeah. If there's, let me see what this can do real quick. How long does this last? Only a minute. Never mind. Never mind.
I mean, but are we leaving? Like, we don't know how long the rift is gonna hold, and Umbrexicor is still flying around.
Unless
I
he
mean,
was.
Ursa got the assumption that it's at least okay for a few days, right?
Yeah, I will say for the sake of mechanics and Ursa ascertains, it's probably good for about a week and a half.
Okay.
Brienne, did Eldar say anything about people around the Sunless March?
No, I don't think so. Aside from him and Sludge, I don't believe so.
Because I think Vandrin said that there were people heading over here.
Perhaps we can contact the Order to send more people this way, to keep an eye on things while we're gone, because we will have to return. This is only going to hold for a few days.
All right.
Can you do that, Brienne?
I mean, Basil doesn't have any more 3rd level spell slots, does she?
not 3rd, no.
Gideon, did we give anyone at the Order a Seeker Stone?
No.
Well, we'll do that.
Well, am I able to can you upcast a sending
No, I don't think so.
thing, or is that an only 3rd level spell only?
No, you can
There's
upcast
a-
it. It just doesn't gain any benefit. That's all.
Okay,
Yeah.
because that makes sense.
You should get more words. I don't know why they don't just do that.
Yeah.
We'll say you
It's
get
such a
you get 10
simple
more
thing.
words.
Nah, like,
More
yeah,
words.
why
Oh.
not?
I do have 1 spell slot of sending left. I didn't think I had it prepared, but I do.
Oh, okay. So that way we can save Basil's higher spell slots in case, God forbid, something
Yeah.
else.
Less, because we were gonna go into my 5th.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
oh god.
I forgot to tell you, the Kraken is also out.
Okay.
So leave it to Beaver.
Yeah, then he would say, Gak, would you be willing to let me communicate with Sayori?
Use me, yep.
Okay. And he'll go to cast sending and say, Eldar and Sludge are dead. The rift has been contained, but will expire within a week. Vandrin sent soldiers here, afraid they show send
Reinforcements.
reinforcements, please. But it's like, I don't know how many people are in the order right now. As far as I know, Joe knows, it is Sayori and Elias. Those are the only two
we
wardens.
can hope that they had been working to recruit more members while we were gone. Because if not, they are failing at their duty.
True. Hear that, John?
Yeah.
I mean,
My-
it just makes
And
sense.
we're not-
What have they
we're
been
not
doing
gonna
this whole
let-
time?
We're not going to let Eldar die a failure, right? He would
Yeah.
have done his job well, John.
Yeah, for sure. I heard you. No,
Before I go, I recruited 72 people. To the order.
Sayori did send a letter to Rian saying that they had multiple people sign up and that things were going well and they
Okay.
got jobs with.
I couldn't
Valaman.
remember if that was for the mercenary guild, if that was for the order.
It's. She also put in there that they had people. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So Sayori does respond and says, "Okay, we'll send some of our people out there. It should only take a day. We've gained resources to move quickly."
As he receives the message, he'll. Oh, sorry. Was there more?
The final thing she says is, "Please be safe."
I'm gonna try, sister. As he'll, let the rest of the group know that and say, we should start moving towards Keywood. Perhaps we can get there before we need to rest. I think that this next week is going to be a long one. And I know it might seem hard and the chances might seem overwhelming against us, but we can handle this. Our true family is those that know us through our most epic trials. I love all of you. And we can do this. Whatever the Demogorgon, the Deep Father, whoever throws at us, we can handle it. It will be hard. But we can do this, whatever it is, okay?
Let's get moving. I was just taking off.
Yeah. For those people that are more injured, Rian will have two of them hop on Hikari just so they can have, a little bit of rest as opposed to running.
We running anyway.
How long
So as
will it
you-
take us to get to Keywood?
It'll take about 3 hours
Okay.
at a decent pace without running. If you run, you will gain a point of exhaustion, but you will get there in an hour.
I vote
Up to you.
run.
I'm nervous to take the point of exhaustion because we don't know how much longer we're going to be awake for.
Yeah.
I think, and this is something Rian would say, I think we need to try and conserve ourselves as much as possible because we don't know how long this day is going to last.
And we're already so low.
It
Yeah.
sure could end.
That's just 2 more hours of people getting killed when we're not
Just
there.
saying.
I know, but we're not going to do, and Rian would say, but we're not going to do anybody any good if we pass out from exhaustion on the way there. If everyone thinks that we should run and we should risk it, then fine.
Looking at like Yrsa and Basil, who I think have had the most of the resources used up, would be like, I think we need to save what we can.
If another rift opens, there's a possibility that something might happen to me. I will catch up. Just keep going, please. She's just gonna leave it at that.
Okay, I do have like thing is, all my stuff is so singular. Because, I mean, I got stuff that I can, like, speed down and teleport and, like, probably, like, do a very fast, like, get there, but it would just be myself. Would that bring any benefit of me getting there extra quick? I'd use
you
some
can't
resources,
teleport
but
us unless you're gonna send horses at us or
No.
something.
I know. I was like, I don't know if me getting there faster would help anything, but
Okay, question, because Felicity, your question just made me think of something.
yeah.
So Enid can do that. How many people can ride on Hikari if Hikari's like dashing? Because Hikari's already faster than the rest of us.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 is all of you are regular sized people, so
Mhm.
and Gak is bigger than normal size, so 2 people could probably ride on Akari without slowing her down.
Okay, so Enid can do it. Ryan, one other person, so that leaves 3 of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gideon can summon his dragon, which is a large creature. Can 3 of us ride that? It has a fly speed of 60 feet. We go there faster. Gideon uses some spell points, but we
That
get
could
there
work.
faster.
I would say Gak would have to be on Hikari because Gak is. If you want to take 3 people in the dragon, they have to be normal
Yeah,
size.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, fair
Yeah.
enough. Sorry,
How tall is Gak?
Next,
Like 7
next
feet?
time.
Yes, but there is a thing here, a listed thing. Let me see what it is. I think it says that I count as one size larger when determining my carry capacity and the weight that I can push, drag, or lift. But I believe I'm a medium creature.
Yeah, I was just saying in the like visualizing, you're big. You're a big person, so like.
Yeah, and
having
Hikari
Gak
is
and 2 other
also a
people in
large creature, so she can handle Gak and Rian.
So there we go.
There you go. Okay.
Is everyone okay with that? Is everyone good with
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that should be fine. I
am
just need to see
speed.
how much of my teleport stuff I'm using.
I am.
I know I can use it a few times. And
Okay.
I think it's a long range too. Plus, like a few bonus action dashes. Probably last one there, but you know, we make
Okay.
it.
I mean,
So I will say, Gideon, you'll have to determine how many spell points you're going to actually be using in this. You summon the dragon. It lasts for how long?
an hour.
Okay. I'll say with summoning the dragon, riding on Akari, you don't have unlimited uses of teleporting. Do you, Enid?
I am looking it up. So
I guess if it's your dagger, you
yeah,
just
it's my
throw it.
psionic energy
throw it.
die, and it has a long range, but I don't know why.
I don't think there's unlimited uses. I think if you just keep
No.
chucking your dagger and teleporting to it, that's cool visually.
I
just
mean,
pointing
you
this
can
out.
just
Like
chuck it
Spider-Man without the
extra
webs.
far.
It's just
Yeah.
It's Tracer and
Not unlimited
Spider-Man.
uses. The other
Yeah.
thing I can do, you know what's fucking nuts? I can also use my ghost step tattoo so I can be going through the trees instead of like having to dodge around them.
Okay.
That's kind of badass.
You might want to save that.
I have 3 uses of it.
Oh, okay. So
Fine, I won't use it. If it's not necessary, if it's only for flavor, I won't use it. I'll keep my 3 uses.
okay. So Gak on the back of Akari with Rian charging through the sunless marsh. Yursa, Gideon, and Basil on the back of the draconic spirit as Enid, as you are teleporting from dagger to dagger to dagger through this, you do make it to Keywood in an hour. You look around for maybe 5 minutes to find the small sanctuary that is the teleportation circle room. As you walk in, are you just kind of going past all of the guards? You can tell that
We're
they don't know
showing
what's
our-
going on.
We're showing our knight badges.
Yeah, and we're
Okay.
saying like the city's under attack. It's an emergency. Get us there.
Yes, of course. And they lead you into the teleportation room. And you teleport. as you teleport, all of you end up on the other side. There's this slight silence, but quickly followed by what sounds like screams. Are you rushing out of the room into the city?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yup.
Okay. As you do, you are met with darkness, rain, thunder, the sound of screams, and fire. As you hear this horrible cacophony of voices, you see shops toppled. You see the monolith in the center of King's Cross destroyed. Where do you go first?
Basil's gonna I mean, John, assuming that Vasati would be probably at her post or whatever.
Well, you remember that she is in Hillgrove for training.
That's right. Never mind. Okay, bless. I mean, not bless that this is happening, but okay. Never mind. She's not one-track mind girl at the moment.
Is there like a captain of the guard somewhere so we can get an idea of what's going on? That's what Ursa would look for.
There are guards nearby. The captain of the guard is on the other side of the city where you're at, or at least
Great.
their thing is. But you can see some of the Golden Guard near you, trying to
Yeah.
usher people away from rubble and get them through the streets as they are helping individuals.
She would immediately go up to one, just kind of grab him by the arm. Tell me what is going on.
We're under
Quickly.
attack.
By
Under
what?
attack by a dragon.
Where?
I don't know. And he's looking up, and he looks to other people, a woman and child. This way, follow them, follow them. And he's pointing to another guard, and he looks back at you and says, "I don't know. It was here moments ago, but it's gone."
Are you able to get everyone out of the city?
No, there's too many people. We just need to get them to safety, to the sewers underneath the city,
Okay.
to the barracks.
Do what you can, please, quickly. I will not bother you anymore. And she'll
Take
let go of him.
You can see that he calls out to other guards, "This way, with me!" And he goes towards what looks like some rubble and some fire, as all of you stand in the center of King's Cross, where all of the divine structures of all the gods, you can see there's rubble and fire around you. You know what's happening, but where are you going now?
I mean, do we see, like, potentially where this beast has gone? Like, anything at all? Like, any signs? I know there's carnage everywhere, but, like, is there anything giving away where it maybe has just been or was, like, 2 seconds ago or something like that?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah, can we
I
all
assist?
kind of?
Yeah. If you all want to just roll, you can.
Okay.
Ow. Okay. Oh,
Hell yeah,
Oh.
y'all.
okay.
Okay. So all of you except Rian see.
Dragon's
I mean,
not
Gak,
here.
Gak, you can see. You can't see where the dragon is. You can see that the place is shrouded in what looks like darkness, even though it should be daytime. You can also, the rest of you can see that further past King's Cross, that people are running away from what look like creatures that are chasing them, made of shadow. Ever so slightly down one of the roads that are flanked by houses. You can see people running in various directions, trying to get away from these shadow-like creatures. Are you running in that direction?
Is that where we saw the dragon? Is that what we perceive? We don't see anything about the dragon?
You don't see the dragon.
Okay. I mean, if that's where we can help, that's where we should go.
I mean, it's likely that these things are probably spawning wherever the dragon is. So, I think it might be our best bet.
Okay, I will activate this map so that you can see where things are. Where you are currently. So you are here.
Nice,
You can
nice,
see
nice.
people running from things this way. So, as you dip down into this road, you can see that these creatures look like elves and humans, and they look like they've been corrupted in some way. They don't have weapons. They just seem like almost zombie-like, as they're just kind of trying to get at people. There are no checks needed for this because everything is happening so fast. Because of how well versed you are in combat, you could easily take these things down and get these people to safety, unless you want to keep pressing forward.
I mean, we're here to help, right? So we could at least do what we can, and then as fast as we can, and then keep moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
So you make your way down this road, and each of you take out a couple of these creatures. As people just start running past you, you tell them that there are guards back there. Go towards them. They're funneling people. You can see that there's a lot of panic just further down in the Golden Market. Do you head that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
While we're helping people, can we kind of like ask them if they're okay and see if there's some sort of semblance of knowing what we're about to run into?
You stop one of the individuals, one of the men running down. You can see he has straggly hair, smut, whatever, smut on his face.
Smut.
No, soot on his
Ooh.
face. As he's running, and you kind of stop him, Gak. What do you say to him?
What? We're here to help. What's going on over there?
We're being attacked. Dragon. I don't know where it is. Please, help us, please.
Thank you.
And he kind of lets go of your hand and kind of runs in a direction. You can see that there are multiple people almost trapped up here. You see one of the buildings has fallen over, and people are trying to get to the other side. They're trapped in the Golden Market trying to get towards you guys. You can see there's rubble there as you make your way over there. Those who want to help, make a strength check.
Can I Big B's hand it?
That works perfectly. As you cast Bigsby's hand and start to pull the rubble out, you can see the villagers and everything are trying to help you as well. As eventually you do clear the opening and they start funneling through. As some of them, thank you. You get to the Golden Market. You see that the clock tower is broken. You see the shops. Not all of them are destroyed, but the Sapphire Chalice is sundered.
Damn.
You hear people yelling. Make one last final perception check.
Ooh. Is there... People keep saying they don't know where the dragon is.
Mm-hmm.
If there's someone that went by, can I ask them if they saw that the dragon flew away or if it suddenly disappeared?
Yeah, as they are running by, you kind of grab them and ask that question. They go, they're trying to actually get away from you, but as you ask the question, they go,
It keeps flying away and then coming back every so often, berating us. Please let me go, please.
Yes. And Gak will let him go. Okay. Perception check, and then I want to try to do something maybe. Ooh, that's a good perception check. 27.
Okay. there's a stillness that happens as you run into the gold market. You see the place that you have traversed many times. Destroyed, not beyond repair at this point, but to see Eldon in this way is... there are no words. Gak, you hear it first. You hear what sounds like wind being pushed, almost like a typhoon. And then all of you start to hear it. As you gaze upon this besieged city, a monstrous presence starts to descend from the sky. The gargantuan black shadowed dragon, the nightmare, emerges from the chaos. You see its form, ominous over the burning city. This Leviathan scales black as a void as you hear its roar. With each beat of its colossal wings, embers whirling as its wings display this dominance. The dragon perches atop the highest spire of the College of Eldon, surveying its fiery domain. As you hear,
I am the creeping shadow. I am the night razor. I am Umbraxicor, and I claim your city.
and with that, the dragon pushes off the tower. You see the college start to fumble and fail as it cracks and starts to slide down. The dragon picking back up into the air as you're all left speechless. Umbraxicor, the dragon of the Shadowfell, is in Eldon. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Woo!
God damn.
Woo!
Thanks for joining us here in the Tales of Evrand.
Yeah.
Joe, take us out.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in on Saturday for the Isles of Iverion, next Tuesday for the Salamander Coast, or next Wednesday for the continuation of the Tales of Evrand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.